All right, we are back. Been a couple weeks since we played. Been really missing this and hanging out with you guys, so this is going to be pretty fun for me. We're going to hand it on over to Nem, and he's going to do the intro to get us started.
Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Fellowship of the D20. So, we are once again playing Dragons of Stormwreck Isle, and it has been a while, but here is where we left off last time. So, last episode, our intrepid group had landed and met with, and here you're going to have to help me, Mike, with names, but we met with the priestess of the temple who told us about a curse.
Elder Runara.
And told us about a curse that existed that we need to go out and check out. And after getting some sleep in the temple, and we had also fought some zombies on the beach there to get up to the temple, we also found out that the statue of the dragon was the statue of Baphomet. Or is that right? Baphomet, not Baphomet. Baphomet's a demon. So, yeah, big difference.
Dragons, not demons.
And
Baphomet was the guy that we sent to the 666th Finally the Abyss.
Yes.
And my character, Tybalt, was quite surprised to learn that there were actually good dragons. That shook up his worldview quite a bit. So once we got some rest, we agreed to take a journey on a ship out to this cursed isle and out to actually there is a ship that is shipwrecked out there, and we took the
Compass Rose.
The Compass Rose, yes. And we took a trip out there, and eventually we reached the ship and we began exploring. And it was at that point, as we began looking through the different decks and everything, that we found down below that the ship all half sunk. We encountered even more undead there. And at that point, I believe we actually cut off because we were running out of time and we were looking at having a long battle. But we were in the middle of investigating this curse and given this quest by Elder Runara. And that's where we were left off, I believe. So that is short, that is sweet, to the point, but I'm ready to get gaming. So how is that?
Okay. That works. There a couple of things though. There was a dragon that had died there on the north side of the island about 40 years ago. And then I want to say it was about 10 years ago, the Compass Rose crashed onto the north side of the island. And since the Compass Rose has crashed, that's when the zombies appeared.
Very good.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Hold on. Let me finish sharing this here. Okay. Now let's get over here. Okay, you guys are on the lower deck there. You all zoomed in on that, Steve?
I am.
Okay. So what we need to do now is roll initiative. So,
okay. All right.
Bam. Looks like, I got to clear these, I think. How do I do that?
Yeah.
Clear the, I want to clear it. How do I
remove
all turns? There you go.
There you go.
Clear.
Yeah.
All right. Now, click on you.
Damn.
So let me.
Did you get an initiative of 717, or is there a dot I'm not seeing there? So.
There's a dot you're not seeing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's like, holy crap, what is your bonus?
Initiative for Lucian.
I have the option. I turned the option on to put my decks behind it.
Yeah.
For tie.
Great.
Yeah.
But
I got a 7.
All
Hey,
right.
given your characters, it could be a 717 initiative. So,
All right.
What you don't realize is Jax just has skills, all right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And now you're going to see, Gerhardt's crappy initiative in action. I guess we're going to have to introduce him. But I'll roll it for now. Oh my freaking god.
Do you get a 1?
He critted that.
Oh, nice.
Lucian's the one with all the agility and the initiative, and he got beaten out by the guy with -1 initiative.
I like the
Always
fact
felt
that
that way.
that he critted it, but still has a 19.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's that
It
-1.
actually has
yeah.
a -1 on an initiative. That's harsh, dude.
Yeah. His dex is crap. Absolute crap. Pre-rolled pre-rolled character. So.
Alrighty. So, oh, and I forgot to do my fighters initiative.
Yeah.
I did. Okay, hold on.
All right.
Let me get that on there.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Kind of running a lot of things here at this particular point.
No problem. Yeah. In the meantime, I'll just say that you're all everybody's seeing this dwarf like just suddenly rush in as the zombies are attacking, and he has and he has a holy symbol on his shield.
Watch out! There's a dwarf behind us.
Yeah.
What? Is it contagious?
Sometimes.
Gods,
It all
I hope
That
not.
kind of dwarfism, nutty.
Yeah.
It all depends on how promiscuous he'd been that week.
Yeah.
Keep it away from me.
Yeah.
I don't want to catch
Maybe
it.
small, but I'm large where it counts.
All right, now I really am watching my back. So
So
right.
you're at the top of that, Dem.
Yep.
Mhm.
I forget. I'm sorry. Your name isn't up there, and it's not on your character. I don't remember what your character's name is. I'm sorry.
Tibble.
Tibble. Okay.
Hmm.
So we're facing what? 3 zombies here? Is that what we're looking at?
Yes, sir.
I will rage and charge into battle like the good barbarian I am. And I'm actually placed myself right here to bottleneck everybody in here if I can. So
That's
All right.
Sounds good.
and I am going to attack the one down below me, and I am going to reckless attack.
Okay.
So I will attack with advantage, and I am raging. So let me decrease my rage, and I'm attacking with, and I can't see anything because I'm an old MFer. There we go. And I'm attacking with my maul. Here we go. And does a 23 hit.
Does it hit? Fuck yes, sir.
Not just yes, fuck yes, it hits. And I do 13 points of damage.
13 points. Okay. We'll go with this one. All right. He is still standing.
Oh. So I scream out my giant draconic form or dragonborn form, charging forward. I swing my heavy hammer and smash it, and I'm disappointed to see that it's still up. But I'm very angry about that. Zombies I hit that don't go down make me furious. So there it is.
Oh, well.
Especially
Zombies
these
don't
bastards.
always go down, as you guys know.
Mhm.
Are you gonna be like that? What's his name? On Mystery Men.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Zombies that don't go down make me furious.
All right. Steve, your cleric is up.
Yep. Yeah. Let me at these undead bastards. 3, 4, and 5. That's all my movement, and I'm going to hit. I think this dude with Sacred Flame.
Okay.
In the name of Valkur, I abjure thee.
DC 13.
Yeah.
What? Okay, so I need to make a deck save.
Yes, you do.
Okay. All right. Zombie. Deck save.
Yeah. Let me check and see. That may not be right.
I made that deck save.
Yeah. Next time then. 50.
All right, now it is the zombie's turn.
Yeah.
And conveniently, there is somebody right here for him to attack. Zombies like that, as you know, they have to drag their legs and stuff when they walk around. All right, so attack we shall. This guy. And let the boys be boys. Slam. Da, 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 da. Oh, sorry. Does a 16 hit?
Yes.
Okie dokie. Then take 3 bludgeoning damage.
And I'm raging, so I take 1 damage.
You take 1 damage. Yes. All right, Lucian, you are up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love being a barbarian.
Hell yeah.
Oh, come on, give us a puny zombie.
Yes.
All right.
It
Zombies. who
doesn't.
think they're
I love
better.
being a barbarian.
Yeah.
Doesn't quite have the same ring as I love being a turtle, but it works.
I'm gonna get this guy with a firebolt.
Okay.
All right. So.
Zombies who slam me for 1 hit point make me furious.
Oh, and I'm sorry, Ray of Frost. I don't have a firebolt. All right. That's my other character. Does 10 hit?
Does 10 hit? Yes, it does.
Oh, it does. Okay. Cool. Then 6 gold.
6. All right, hold on a second.
Yeah, and his movement is
That
slowed
was
even
this
more
one?
than the usual zombie. Movement is slow by 10 feet.
Okay. And it's slower. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
it's even slower than
That-
usual zombie.
That's
slowness.
like glacial, and no pun intended.
Yeah, it's even slower than a normal zombie who's walking around the rotten deck of a sunken ship.
And,
Right?
Yeah, and with that, I have
On difficult terrain. Don't forget
this.
the whole floor is algae covered.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okie dokie. And now it is Zombie's turn. We are going with this one. And he will move forward and again attack the barbarian. Because he happens to be right there. And zombies have no form of strategy.
Oh my god. Did he actually miss?
No, he
Oh.
hasn't attacked yet. I'm just saying
Oh,
he's not really plotting out his moves. Is
see?
all.
My move counted. I'm bottlenecking, so that's what I meant to do.
14. Does a 14 hit?
It absolutely does.
It absolutely does. Then take 2
I-
more bludgeoning damage, sir.
I will take 1 more damage then. Or is
Right.
that already half? Did you already have that?
No, that's not halved. That's
Okay.
the total. So just the 1. And now it is the fighter's turn.
All right.
We are going to. Let me see how much space he has. Let me see something here. Hold on. What is your speed? No, let me look. Speed is 35 feet.
That is old. Is he a wood? Or a monk?
Do I need to look that up, or can I just do this?
Go. I'm just a bit surprised. That's all.
Well, I mean, even on difficult terrain, you've only got to move 15 feet right now if you're trying to get to a zombie. So
Right.
I wouldn't worry about it at the moment.
Yeah.
I don't know where his movement comes from.
Okay. Do I have something I can shoot with? Let me see. I do have a longbow. Let's try shooting a longbow at that zombie. I don't know why that was an advantage.
Mhm.
Is it just me or is nobody seeing the dice for Mike? So
I'm not seeing him. No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
All right. So a 9.
Sounds like your 3D dice settings are
Or,
I don't have to see the dice.
no.
So.
Okay. And then
and it'll still hide most of your DM
7
rolls.
pieces.
Just if you're rolling for a player, it'll usually make a difference. Oh.
Okay. And he is still up. Shot a bow at him. I hit him. 7 piercing. He's still up.
All right.
Now it is Jax's turn.
All right. Jax, who is going to say, remember, these bastards do not like to stay down, is going to aim at this lower one that Kibble already hit. He's going to steady aim.
Did you just
Got
call Tibble Kibble, as in the dog food? Because that's funny.
Yes, he did.
Nice.
Kibbles and bits.
Kibbles and bits. Kibbles and bits.
But considering the terrain, he's going to steady aim, kneel, take out his hand crossbow, and aim for that zombie.
Okay.
24.
That definitely hits. And 6 piercing.
Plus 4 for
Okay.
sneak attack. So
Hold on a
10.
second.
Because I remember we had to hit these bastards hard to take them down.
Yeah.
Yes. Hold on. It is. Okay. And with a DC.
Oh.
10, 5 plus.
Mm-hmm.
No, I did not make that. Okay. So he's gone.
Yes.
Also, not that you need it, Mike, but I forgot because I use reckless attack. You should be attacking me with advantage. So
Isn't it just the guy that you attacked, or is it all enemies? I can't remember.
all
all
enemies.
Okay,
All
you're
enemies.
okay. All right, I will keep that in mind. All right, he's down.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And back to the top. Tibble.
I'm gonna attack this one right here once again, and I will reckless attack. But I'm trying to hit this guy so he can't get to my companion over there. And here comes the pain.
Before you hit him, he asked you to
Yep.
give $5 to your mama because he forgot to give it to her.
I hit him even harder. So
With the
Smack
that
the
definitely
shit out of
hits.
oh, only 11. I was so shocked by that comment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Especially
make
since the
comments-
$5 was just change.
Yeah. It's
Sorry,
I
couldn't
love
help it.
like
All right, he's
give you
still
$5
standing.
in penalties. So
Still standing.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
it's like one of those people you go in to buy a soda somewhere and they ask you to give a 20% gratuity. It's like, what the fuck?
Oh, jeez. And it's like, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go fight like a dwarf. Time to smite this unholy fucker.
As he runs by over there, I jump up just in case his huge whatever sticking out is like trailing in the water or something. I don't want to get hit by the anaconda as it goes by. So.
Okay.
Hey,
All right.
Steve, are you taking into
Yeah.
consideration the difficult terrain, which means half
Yeah,
speed?
well.
Oh no.
That's right.
Okay. Oh, okay. So it's half. Okay, it's half that. All right, then he's. All right, then he's over here, and you're gonna. Well,
You could have
I
gotten
guess
there.
he'd be. I guess he could be over
Yeah.
here. Yeah, I could be over there and hit him. Yeah. Okay. We'll do
Okay. And
So the
you're
11's
attacking
still hit.
this guy here?
that. Yeah. This dude there.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was 3. Yeah.
And
Bludgeoning. Wow. Why am I doing? Why is my? Why are my?
that's a hit. And he is
All
still standing.
All right.
He is an Elton John motherfucker.
Yeah. Okay. Proficient. Yeah, looks fine.
And then it is the zombie's turn. The very one you struck.
Ah.
As he's not smart enough to attack the guy he has advantage against, he's going to attack the guy that just attacked him.
Ah.
Makes sense.
Good luck with that, Daddy.
Voila. Ba-bam! I'm guessing a 20 hits.
20. Yeah, 20 hits. I
Yeah.
was surprised. Like my AC is 18. I was not expecting him to be able to hit that hard.
Well, he ate his Wheaties this morning, and that'd be 3
That's that
bludgeoning
way.
damage.
3 bludgeoning. Okay.
Kind of Wheaties is a zombie? Is a Wheatie brain? Is like brain Wheaties or something? Yeah.
Yeah, they like cut the brain into little slices and dry it
Yeah.
out, and you eat it with a little, I don't know, bodily fluids or something.
Frosted mini brains he's eating.
Frosted mini brains. Yes, there you go. There you go.
Well, this is what I get for
The
having
frost
a
is
player
bone
fight
powder.
like a frontline fighter. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, and the zombie went, right? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Lucian went. Now it's the other zombie's turn.
Oh, Lucian did not go.
Lucian did not go.
No, that was
Oh,
Gerhard
okay. You're
this
right. It was
time.
the cleric. You're right. My bad.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. Let's like Lucian's just kind of rolling his eyes at the at the dwarf who's just running in like a crazy person. It's like, yeah, I might as well help him out. Yeah. So he's gonna throw a ray of frost over at him at the same guy who just attacked him.
Okay.
And then, all right, that should hit. 8,
8.
and he's slowed by 10 feet.
Okay. I'm sorry. That was this guy.
That was this guy here because
Oh,
he saw Gerhard run in like a moron and get slapped in the face for his trouble.
okay. Okay, so that is one then and 8 points.
Yeah.
All right, now I got to make a DC 13 saving throw. I made it. So he is
Nice.
not down. He is back up to 1.
What am I saying? Why am I saying nice? No, that's horrible. It's terrible.
Yeah.
So fighter is next. Hold on. I need to do something real quick.
Yeah. It's not as bad when Ash tried to toll the dead on a possessed hobbit, and he just stood there and took it and thought this was great.
All right. Now this and hold on. Initiative. There you are.
A hobbit, by the way, with terrible wisdom saves.
Okay, and we just move this up. Okay.
Well, hobbits are not known for their wisdom unless it involves getting extra food. So,
Yeah, especially that hobbit.
Any hobbit that can put a number 14 on the menu is wise by me. So
I don't know about wise, but okay.
you'd be
Okay.
wise to try it. That's what I'm saying. It's good stuff. So
Okay. Then
He watches a lot of Delicious in Dungeon.
yes.
okay, hold on. The order changed here. Lucian just went, right?
yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Now this guy. Oh, come on. There you go. 14.
Who's this guy back here?
Yeah, we seem to have a new friend.
Yeah. Gene Simmons popped up. What's going on back there? So,
Does a 14 hit him?
yes, it does.
7
Anything-
bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
As long as you roll an 11 or higher, you are hitting me. So
Okay.
all right, so I take 3 damage.
Now
Nice.
the
All right.
fighter. 1, 2, 3. Now, with this fighter, I can attack you with advantage. With the zombie with advantage. Because we are flanking him.
Mhm.
Okay. Is it going to give me the option? Well, I guess that hits. So 4 slashing damage on this guy. Okay. Now I gotta roll another deck save. Hold on. Con save, sorry. And he makes it. Damn, that's the second time he's made that. He's back up to 1.
Nice.
And Jax, you're up.
Jack shouts out, "We got a new friend back here."
Technically, you got a wall blocking you from being able to see this ghoul. If anyone can see it, it might be Lucian.
Yeah.
Okay. Then
And
he did it.
cool.
Yeah. I mean, I could call out. What the
Yes,
hell?
but this is if you even noticed him. Technically, the ghoul is, according to the book, sneaking up on you.
That would be stealth versus perception then.
Okay.
If you
I
want to do
can.
it that way.
Yeah, I can do that. I can roll a perception check.
I feel like I'm in danger. That's the perception. That's my danger sense going off. My danger sense sounds
do
like
I
that
have
kid
any-
from The Simpsons. So
Let me double check something because I might possibly have advantage on that. Okay, no, it just says I have proficiency. All right. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and roll it normal then.
Wouldn't it be passive perception?
Yeah, it would be passive
Yeah.
perception versus stealth.
Okay.
Oh,
okay. According to this stat block, one of the conditions, it says condition immunity, passive perception 10.
Mm-hmm. I have 13 passive.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
usually, though, well, you can use passive perception however you want. Usually, when someone is doing something active, like I use passive perception, like you're walking in a
Yes, but-
dungeon or through forest to see something, not when someone is actively trying to sneak or something. So,
right. That's the whole thing. I wasn't even really sure I wanted to do that, but that seemed to be how you guys wanted to do it. Like Lucian would have, there's a battle going on in front of Lucian. He would have
Yeah.
to be aware enough to know that something is behind him to even bother looking. When he's not, I mean, are you not distracted by the battle?
I'm keeping an eye on it, but at the same time, it's like this is a creepy ship full of God knows what. I'm not gonna not turn. I'll watch my back to a certain extent.
And perception is when you're not looking. It's what you
Yeah.
notice.
it's kind of like out of the corner of your eye, but it's whatever, however you want to play it as the
I mean,
DM.
yeah, it's DM ruling.
This is what I know. The ghoul is supposed to come up and attack you while you're distracted by the battle. There is no way for me to put the ghoul on the map or to even move him over there until he's actually there.
All right.
So I don't know how to handle that.
You handle it just the way you said. That's the way you're playing it. Those are the rules.
Yes, you make the ruling.
Yep.
Yeah, their call.
Ghoul is taking us by surprise, and I'm glad that my butt is covered because he's not going to get me. So there it is.
Yeah.
I'm of the opinion that you would be too distracted by the battle at hand to notice somebody sneaking up behind you.
See,
Okay,
you
your
could
call.
rule that it would be too distracted. You could rule a perception roll at disadvantage versus stealth or something like that. Either one of those would be valid in this situation.
Whatever it is you
But
decide.
dude, it's literally whichever you think is most appropriate. We go with it.
Yeah.
For now, I've made my call. I'd like to go on with it.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Fine. All right.
All right. Then Jax will continue in his ignorance of what's coming up behind him. But he knows that the northmost of these two zombies has been zapped a couple times, right?
Yes. That one has died and come back a couple times.
All right. Then he will once again, actually, yeah, he will stay where he is. He will steady his aim and he will fire at it. 14.
That's a hit.
And 10 piercing.
Okay, hold on.
Not bad for a low-level rogue with a hand crossbow.
Holy shit! What is with this guy's luck?
Mhm.
He passed that again. This is like the third time he's rolled a 20. I'm not sure if something is going wrong here, but
No,
Yeah.
no, I think it's got. How many times do you roll a 20 3 times in a row?
I've seen it happen. I've even
All
seen it
right.
happen physically. So
Yeah.
Okay.
that's how my brother's fighter character suplexed a brass dragon and got the nickname Mr. Perfect. So
It's kind of like suplexing a train.
yes, that's why I hate fighting zombies. So
Okay. Jax just went. We are back up at the top with Tibble.
all right, I'm gonna attack this one right here and hope that somebody else can take the guy who's down to one. Who's like barely holding on. He keeps regenerating or whatever's going on over there. So
That's probably a good
uh,
idea. You guys have done almost nothing to the guy you're attacking.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack that guy.
Yeah.
So still reckless attack.
Leave the regenerating bastard to me.
Yes. And whoa, crit.
Holy shit!
Nice.
All right,
And
you hit the shit out of that.
for
Okay, so that's 18.
plus
20.
plus 2 rage, 20. So
20. Okay, 20 points of damage. Well, you beat the fuck out of that guy. Let's see if he can make this save. I doubt it, but we'll give it a shot. And he didn't make it.
nice.
Dude had 16 points and a possibility of coming back, and you just took him out in one blow.
I just smashed him Looney Tunes style back down through the bottom of the ship and into the earth with my maul there. So
Damn straight. You beat
now's
that
the
dude's
time.
ass.
Now the time's to give him a hawk-like shrug and just puny zombie.
yes, zombies who let their friends keep regenerating make me furious. Take that. So
Yes, they're curious. For send this monster to hell, and I'm gonna do another sacred flame on this last guy.
Okay.
So you need to make your save.
Deck. It's a deck save, and it's
I believe so.
13, isn't it? DC 13?
It is a DC 13.
Oh, and he fails.
Awesome, that's nice. Then
You got me burning.
I think he's pretty much dead. Then if he's at 1 hit point, but I'll make
right.
the roll anyway, just to see what he would have gotten. It's not like he can fail. 7, yeah. Burn, you goddamn fiend.
Yep, he's out. Well, I guess hold on. I got to make the deck save, the con save. I forgot.
Doesn't with radiant doesn't that automatically work?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, that's why I hit him with sacred flame. It's radiant.
You're right. That's right. All right. Well, no coming back from that then.
Steve, are your
Ba-bam.
3D dice on? Because I'm not seeing them either.
Oh, let me check mine.
I mean,
I
it's
think
not cool in the game. It's
it
just
might
like
be
the-
different because I'm doing Gerhard, but I don't know. Let me just double check that. Dice options. Yeah, they're all on. Yeah.
Huh. Weird.
Yeah. Yeah, that could just be Gerhard.
Hmm.
Being weird.
Unless there's a setting on the character that's just rolling to the GM.
Oh, let me check. Let me check that. That could be possible.
Okay, I'm gonna say that now that the zombie is gone over
Fairy
here,
advantage. Okay.
that you can likely hear the sloshing of the ghoul coming up behind you.
Very
Because you're walking in water up to like your
no,
up to your
okay.
shins and stuff. So
Never whisper rolls. Okay. Yeah, you're right, Greg. That looks like that's what happened.
All right. Can I just do an aside real quick?
Let me just double check that.
I was laughing at the word sloshing because a long time ago when I was in high school, we had an earthquake and we turned on the news and this lady was out here visiting and she was like staying in a hotel in Pasadena. It was like not even a big earthquake. And asked her, she's like, I was so terrified. I'm going back to the East Coast. The water in the toilet was sloshing. And so that's been like a phrase in our family ever since about water sloshing being the most terrifying thing ever. So, all right.
Steve, does your Warhammer have reach?
I don't believe so. I'll check.
No.
How are you hitting it with the Warhammer from where you're standing?
I'm not. I was testing out.
Oh, you were
roll.
testing the dice. Yes, those
okay.
I see. I see
Okay.
those this time.
Yeah.
Well,
I thought you were trying to make an attack there. I got confused.
No, I'm not making an attack.
So it was
So
yeah,
I'm waiting for the other guy to
it was
make
a
an
setting
attack.
on the character, not your 3D dice setting.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So honestly, I'm kind of preparing to do Lucian next because after this guy, the ghoul moves, I can go.
Well, the fighter is next, but he doesn't know anything about the ghoul. You haven't announced it, so he doesn't even know to run over there. So that would make Jax next.
Oh.
Are you going to tell Jax about the ghoul?
Oh. Wait a minute. I feel like we jumped over stuff.
Yeah.
Gerhard went. The ghoul went.
Tibble was last.
The ghoul did not go.
Okay, then the ghoul should be going.
Okay.
Because Gerhard was.
It would be Tibble.
Gerhard was.
And
Yeah.
Gerhard.
Okay.
Then the ghoul, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So.
Then we need this one.
Oh crap.
14 does not hit.
Yeah. Not with a. Well, hold on.
I'm not sure why everything is rolling with advantage.
Well, it certainly wouldn't be hitting because I have I cast shield.
If you do you have it toggled on the character sheet?
Yeah,
No?
NPCs can toggle advantage on or off, just like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It by default sometimes it'll turn it on the NPCs, and if it's not on the sheet itself to toggle advantage disadvantage, usually it means it's on in the background. So
And actually, the last time I ran a campaign, all of the monsters were advantaged by default. I turned toggle on for all of them.
All right.
So the ghoul
missed.
attacked for 14, and that missed.
Yeah.
So that would make okay, that you went, right, Lucian? We just skipped the ghoul. And then the fighter was supposed to go.
No, I'm after the ghoul.
No, you're not understanding. We skipped over the ghoul in the turn order. Yes, that's why I just took the turn, remember?
No, it was because it was the ghoul's turn in the turn order after
Gerhard went.
Because Gerhard wasn't aware that Gerhard did this sacred flame thing.
Yeah, that was his turn. Yeah. So
And
after that is the ghoul.
is next.
Yeah, so you made your attack. That's your turn.
Next would actually be Lucian.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to Blade Song.
Because the ghoul's at 18, right, Mike? That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're still in order. It's just it's Lucian now.
Yeah. We just have to keep. Yeah, you just have to remember I got like 2 characters running. So
Yeah, I have your pity with my 16 screens open.
yeah, I that wasn't my point, but yeah, fair enough. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. So Now yeah. So seeing this thing miss me. I put on my blade song for protection, and so that's going to give me an extra 5 AC. And now I'm going to hit him with a booming blade.
Okay.
So yeah.
I guess based on the fact that Lucian is attacking the ghoul, that would probably draw your guys' attention that something is
Yeah.
happening over there now. Being he
Yeah.
doesn't want to announce it.
Yeah. I'm also screaming, "We're over here!"
Okay.
All right. Does a 14 hit?
14. Hold on. Let me double check. 14 hits.
Cool. All right. Why am I? What the fuck?
2 slashing. Okay.
That's like, yeah. I'm just trying to see if that's actually right or not. I must have rolled real low. How am I doing that? Okay. So yeah. So 2, and then if he moves, he gets thunder damage.
If he moves, like if you mean like if he moves space or if he moves at all? Like if he attacks you, will he get
No, no. He has to move from his current position.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah.
He'll be
And for now I
thunderstruck.
have a 23 AC.
Nice. Nice. All right. So that puts the fighter up next. He is in no way getting over there in time.
Hey, this ugly thing's trying to lick Lucian over here, based on appearances.
Yeah.
All right, so that the fighter's gonna move in, and he can't attack the ghoul from there. So it is Jax that is up next.
Jack's difficult terrain will come over here. Take aim. Ally
And you get sneak
range.
attack because Lucian's there.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. Okay.
Well, that certainly
Yeah.
works. And still standing. Oh, plus sneak attack, +1. Okay, still standing.
Yep, this thing's ugly, and it's not a zombie.
It's got kind of a little venom tongue going, doesn't it?
Yeah, a bit.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I like the Gene Simmons tongue thing.
Gene, is that you?
Tibble, it kind of looks like your last girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, guys,
exactly.
I hate to do this to you. I've been trying to hold it, but I have got to go pee. So I'll be right back.
That is fine. I had to go too. I just didn't want to say anything. So, all
Okay, good. All right.
right, I'm out of here. Hold on.
Cool.
On the plus side, my teeth learned how to swim.
All right.
I guess everybody had to go, huh?
Well, it was a good timing.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was sitting here trying to wait, and I was like, man, I got over an hour till tea time. I ain't gonna make it.
No, it's fine. You can stop the action. I mean, you're the DM. Yeah. I will just say, for the record, like, one of the reasons I'm doing Gerhard in that voice is so you can tell who's who.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sorry about the ghoul thing. I wasn't. I didn't really know how to run it. I was just kind of winging it.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. I was actually thinking when I saw him, I was actually thinking of doing Blade Song anyway. So it was, yeah. And I had a shield spell. It was fun.
Yeah.
Honestly,
And
he
as
should have
far as
attacked
winging it,
sooner, and I
Mike,
forgot.
Remember, we're all always winging it. So
Yeah.
no
All right.
harm in taking
All
our
right.
Yeah.
advice or thoughts or opinions, but you're the DM. You make the rulings. What makes the most sense to you?
You are
Yeah.
God.
All right, I appreciate that.
That's rule 0.
Just pretend you're a doctor and have the worst God complex ever, and you're pretty much right on. So,
Gotcha.
Actually, and honestly, I think if people really considered this question, they would probably answer it the same way. But if I was God, all of you would be dead already. Just consider, imagine all the times that humanity has messed up and God has had to do something about it. Imagine, just in the Bible, just in the stuff recorded in the Bible.
What do you mean had to do something about it? Bitch flooded the whole world and killed everyone.
Mhm.
That was in part because of the Watchers, but yes.
Mm.
Now, if I was God, I probably wouldn't be paying. I'd probably be creating life and not paying attention. So probably about on track with whatever's actually going on.
I just think about the countless times that Israel or Christians or whatever have had to go to God and ask for forgiveness. How many gabillion times has he done that? I don't know that I have that kind of patience. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, that's why God is all merciful, and we're mere mortals. So
I don't have the patience to teach kindergarten, so don't put me in there.
well, yeah. I mean, it stretches even my patience sometimes.
One of my favorite lines from the Thomas Jane Punisher movie. God's going to sit this one out.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Who's up?
After the very appropriate, if you want peace, prepare for war.
Mm.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Next, who just went? Let's see. The fighter just went, and then
No,
Jax went.
Yeah,
Jax
was
went.
the last. Yeah.
So we're back
he's
up
the
at
last one to
Tybalt.
roll.
All right. Difficult terrain, so I can only move 3. 1, 2, 3. Actually, I'm not gonna be able to get to him though if I do that. So I'm gonna do a double move.
You're gonna
So
dash.
let's see. I was right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm gonna end up losing my rage. So
Mm.
despite all my rage, I'm still just a brat in a cage. So
Yeah. All right.
I wonder, could you hit yourself?
I could. I don't know if you were allowing that rule.
I'm just kidding. No.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Right.
sure anybody who hits themselves, even in a fit of rage, is probably going to just feel stupid.
Stop hitting yourself. I'll just keep saying that to myself. So
Okay, then. Then hold on. Why'd you do that? Okay. Then the cleric is up.
Yeah. Looks like I must gotta save that Ponzi elf. And then it's okay, so that's 3, I think, and then Sacred Flame on him. So have him save, deck save for DC 13.
Okay. No,
He fails. Okay.
he fails.
All right. 4 radiant.
Okay. And he's standing.
Burn, you sneaky bastard.
And does with sacred flame? Am I currently burning? Or is it
No,
just
it's
like
radiant.
hits
It's
me
radiant
with it?
damage.
Okay.
I'm just doing that for flavor.
Okay. All right. Then that puts the fighter up.
He just did it for the Disco Inferno effect.
Shit.
How long is my books on that?
Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno.
All right. I guess I'm gonna have to go around. I can't really get to the ghoul from where I'm
Okay,
sitting,
okay.
so he's gonna have to go around. I don't
Yeah.
know what else to do. That makes Jax. You're up.
Damn. All right.
Wait a minute. Lucian should be up before Jax.
Yeah. Lucian should
Yep.
be up
The
before
fighter
Jack.
just went.
Yeah.
Okay, after the fighter, Jax is up. Lucian already went,
Well,
didn't he?
skipped over me to get to the fighter.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Okay. All right. I'm going to make 2 attacks. One with booming blade with my longsword, and then a dagger hit. All right. So we're going to see if this works.
I don't know why I keep skipping over people on this thing.
Yeah. Well, this is why I'm thinking you're kind of used, because I already went. I think you're kind of getting in your head that, I'm
Yeah,
not going
you know
again.
what? That's probably what's happening. You're right.
And their
Yeah.
2 tokens also look pretty similar, so that doesn't
Yeah.
help.
No. All right.
Okay.
So that was a miss. The dagger hits. And 5 damage with a dagger.
Okay. And he's still up.
Yeah. I'm leveling him a little bit.
Okay, I already did the fighter's move. But
All
come
right.
to think of it, the fighter does have... I didn't think about that. The fighter does have a bow that he can shoot. I
Yeah.
didn't think about that.
Yeah.
One... I
So-
can't shoot... 2...
My turn passed, so I'm down to AC 18 now.
Shit, no, I can't shoot past you.
Hmm.
I'd have to...
You
How
can have
are
him
we
shoot
doing
at
that?
disadvantage
Okay.
because it's a difficult shot.
Let's see. How is it? It's not set up for me to toggle it.
No.
But I guess it's doing advantage anyway.
Yeah, just
Okay.
take the first one.
All right, so 21 would definitely hit. Then 4 piercing damage. Takes it out.
Awesome. So I whittled it down just enough for you to take him out.
Yes, you did.
Cool.
I would like to point out that earlier, when you were on a level up above, when you were in, I believe it was the captain's
Mhm.
quarters, he had there was a big old hole in the corner of the floor where, as when you looked down into the hole, you saw that a chest had apparently fallen through the rotting floor and fallen
Mhm.
down below. Well,
Yep.
you see over here. I don't know if you can see it on your map. Over on the upper left side of the lower deck level you're at here, right here, there's a hole here. Do you see it?
Yeah, it's right there.
Yes, right there. Okay.
Let me see if I can move this a little bit so we can see it a little better. Okay, that'll work. Cool.
That was it. I was just a reminder of the hole that was there. What would you guys
Yep.
like to do?
Did we search the
I don't think we had a
rest of
chance to search this
the deck?
this
Yeah,
deck.
with the zombies?
No.
I think we just got here. We got attacked.
This is gross. And I speak as someone who's been on pirate ships for 10 years. This is gross.
Mhm.
But we should
Says, oh, sorry, go ahead.
be searching.
Yeah.
But we should be
Um,
searching before we head down.
Only 10. I'm impressed.
Says seawater obscures the floor and sloshes against the hull. Decaying crates and barrels are scattered around, some floating freely, others stacked into corners. You hear splashing as watching corpses approach you. That's it. Just same thing from before. You do notice the hole to the hold that I pointed out there.
But none of the containers look like they've held together enough to be worth.
This stuff has been sitting in seawater for quite a while. So the wood is good and rotted, and anything that is in them has been exposed to the seawater.
I say we just head down. What do y'all think?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Might as well.
Although I'm not liking all of this water, it's reminding me a little bit too much of my escape from my home. But as long as we're not going to get stranded, this boat's going to take off. I'll be okay.
Hold on a second.
Well,
Hold on a second.
I'm not liking this water because it's
Um,
rancid seawater that has corpses floating in it. But
Yeah.
Hey, Jax.
yeah,
Go ahead and give me roll me a d6. Okay. Where is that? Let me see what this is. Let's go to players. Show to everyone. This is what you found when you searched.
oh,
I missed a spot there.
Okay. I could make use of that, perhaps.
yeah. This is gibberish to me.
Okay, command. Command is what kind of spell?
Wizard
Yeah, it's wizard. Okay. If
enchantment.
it's wizard, yeah, if it's wizard, then definitely Lucian should be getting that. All right, I'll
There
add
you
it.
go.
Okay. And you guys should have that in your things now. I can close this, right?
Yeah, I did add that. Yep.
Okay. Okay, good. All right. Then now that we have that, now you guys can move you can move to the other level.
All right, let me zoom out where I do that.
Just go to the right.
Oh, just
As far
go to
as
the
where
right.
to move your guys.
All right.
All right.
Let me just try to find it. Okay, like here. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay.
So we'd be coming out of these stairs.
Yes, you would.
All right. We go there.
I'll
And then
move
let
out
me
of
move
the other
Lucian.
way.
And then I got to move Lucian. And he's right here. And let's zoom back.
Okay, as
in.
the cold water engulfs you, a strange undersea world is revealed. Colorful seaweed grows over the shattered hull, especially around the gaping hole in the stern of the ship. Tiny fish dart around hunks of debris and cargo.
Are we underwater?
No,
Oh, okay.
there's a fair amount of water, especially
Okay.
as you get towards the stern.
Yeah.
I'm gonna search up here towards the northwest where the hole is in the deck above us.
Okay, hold on just a second.
All right.
I'm going to keep an eye out for Ursula the Sea Witch. She's not stealing my voice. Oh my God, there it is.
Yeah.
The Sea Witch.
Yeah.
And
You had to bring her up.
Yeah.
we're gonna
Under
clear the
the
turn
sea.
order, and everybody roll for initiative.
All right. You're going to have to move the fighter, though, because he's on the other map.
Oh shit, you're right. Okay, hold on.
Okay, we'll roll initiative, but can we get a brief description of what the hell that just popped
Yeah.
up?
Yes. Hold on.
Because it looks like a giant plate of calamari to me. So,
It is a giant octopus.
yep. Calamari's back on the menu, boys.
Very nice.
I'm not getting this on the right layer. Try this. No. Map layer. There we go. And there we go. It is called a spore servant octopus.
Oh, lovely.
That doesn't sound ominous.
ominous.
Yeah.
Can I make a nature check to see if I know anything about a spore servant octopus?
Let me see. Sure.
Whoops, sorry. Oh, never mind.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
You have really you've heard of these things before? You've never encountered one, but you've certainly heard of these things before in the sea. You know that while they're out of water, an octopus can hold its breath for 1 hour. But the octopus can only breathe underwater.
Years at sea, and it's the first time I've seen one of these creatures. They're no ordinary, whatever you want to call it, ordinary Boolean monstrosity with 8 tentacles, but
Are they
All right.
edible?
Of course they are.
Mm.
well, technically everything's edible if you can chew and swallow it.
Is it anything like the number 14 at Candlekeep? Best food I've ever had.
Hold on a second. Let me look at something. Yeah, this thing is barely able to think.
So it's not like the 14.
So it's not like a sentient creature that you have to that kind of a thing where you're killing an intelligent creature or something like that. It is just a creature.
All right.
Although I might turn up my Greg later and make you feel guilty about it.
Jacks don't care. It crawled out of the water towards us. It dies.
Yeah.
I don't care if it has a family. I don't care if its family is with it. I don't care if it's babysitting the grandkids.
Do you care if it's in a box? Do you care if it's with the fox? Do you care if it's here or there? You don't care if it's anywhere?
I do not like green eggs and ham.
Yes. I'll eat my octopus. Thank you, Sam.
I do not like octopus, Sam. I am.
Yeah.
Okay, Lucian, you are up first.
All right.
We still have someone missing from initiative.
Oh, God damn it. I forgot the fighter. My
That's
bad.
the fighter, yeah. You need to bring him over. But
What
I
do
can
you need
still.
him for?
Everybody keeps forgetting the poor fighter.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and with Ray of Frost for now.
All right. As you do this, Killer Frost sues you for taking her gimmick.
16.
16. Let's see. That's definitely a hit.
Cool. 3 and then slow by 10 feet. So in the meantime, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't have my blade song active. Okay. Otherwise, I could move one more.
Okay, you feel like you have basically accomplished maybe annoying it with like what it would look like maybe if like a fly landed on it or something.
That's fine. I'm just trying to slow it and distract it while I get away.
What was
Right.
that? A piece of paper?
So slow means half its movement, you said, right?
It's 10 feet minus 10 feet of movement.
Minus 10 feet. Okay. So that makes Jax up next.
Jackson will steady aim because that gives Jax advantage.
Does
Sec-
Jax have a rubber ball? You know the game Jax?
Yes,
Am
Yeah.
I 600 years old or what?
you might be.
I was thinking that guy with the metal arms in Mortal Kombat, but okay.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. 17 is a hit.
Because having advantage gave him that. So 9.
All right.
A bolt in its eye.
He's a big old Elton John bastard. Tybalt. The trouble with Tybalt.
I'm going to rage and use my last rage, but I don't know how smart this is going in here, but I don't have much choice unless I use a javelin, which is like a one-time thing. So here we go. I'm going to hit him with my maul. So while raging.
Would it be a chopping maul?
Yes. No, it's a Darth Maul. So
Yeah.
it doesn't say anything, but it looks really cool. So
Sam
18
Witwer
is a hit.
Mall, not Ray Park Mall.
yes.
Man,
16
14
points of
damage. 16.
No, 16.
16.
Yeah,
Okay,
16.
hold on.
All right.
All right. Still standing.
All right.
Ah.
I believe now it is my turn. Dun, 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 dun. Volkur, fuck this bastard up. And you start hearing, bells ringing in the background. And he can't hold it dead.
Someday I'll get that Metallica song.
Yeah. I've been trying to do it. I can't sing it.
All
All right.
All
So
right.
it's
right.
all right. Wisdom saving throw or 1d12 necrotic damage.
Wisdom saving throw. What's the DC? I missed it.
Yeah, 13.
13. Okay.
All right.
Makes it.
He makes it. Okay, so yeah, that didn't work. Next time, you rotten bastard.
And now it is the octopus's turn. And beware, I ain't no doctor. Tentacles!
Did you
17 at Tybalt.
That is a hit.
All right, and 8 bludgeoning damage.
So 4 damage.
Turned him into hentai.
Is it his tentacles or his testicles? So
It's his testicles. Actually, he hit
Okay.
you with the tentacles just long enough to hold you so he could rub the testicles on you.
okay,
I
good.
don't think there's much of a difference.
Yes.
No, but oddly, that's like the third Better Off Dead reference I've heard today.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't give me language lessons, I'll be just fine. So
And
Next, we're
Back-
going to have a zombie going, I want my $2.
oh, you know what? I didn't do that. I forgot to.
Hey, the fighter didn't go.
I
The
forgot to
fight.
put his initiative in there.
You did.
I did. See, I'm running an extra character is kind of screwing me up, I think.
Yeah. I
Okay,
think so.
Jax went, right? And then who?
The fighter did not go because it looks like
Fighter
he
did
was
not
supposed to
go.
go before Tebow.
Okay, so I guess we'll have him go real quick, and then I guess. But no,
Mike, do you want to transfer the fighter to me?
that would help.
I can do it.
Cool.
Okay, hold on a second. Thank you for doing that. I'm really having a hard time with it.
Yeah. Sure.
No worries.
All right, you should have it. Do you?
Yep. He's
Okay.
just that.
Okay, so I'm thinking we should have Seamus go, and Spore Servant Octopus already went. So after Seamus, we'll just start back at the top again, like we were supposed to. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Hit points, longbow. Oh, I got a great sword. Kick ass. I don't usually fight with those.
Steve,
Yeah. Oh, it's my
I
turn.
would like to remind you
Yes.
about the health potions I gave your cleric.
I do remember them. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Seamus runs forward, screaming, lofting his greatsword over his head, then bringing it down on the octopus.
Okay.
Okay, doesn't he have to move a little closer to do that?
He is.
Okay.
We're on difficult terrain, but he can still go there.
Okay. All right. Bring it, buddy.
Whoa, I gotta change some of this around. No, his 2-hit roll was a 7.
That's a miss.
Wow.
And you got a +3 on that too. You must have rolled really bad.
I rolled a 4 and a 2. Yeah.
All right. Check on something.
All right, so back at the top is Lucian.
All right. So we're gonna hit him with another ray of frost.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I think we're gonna do that because I don't want to. Because he's in the water. I don't want to get ourselves shocked. All right. 11.
11. I'm pretty sure that's a miss.
Okay.
Actually, it's not.
Oh, okay. Then he's back to being, he's still slowed, and he takes 3 cold damage.
Okay. Still standing.
Yeah.
I'm still standing
Do I have? I'm trying to say.
after all this time.
Okay, I don't have one. Okay. Well, I might have had a crossbow, but I don't. All right.
No one's gonna give me a shout out for the Elton John reference there. All right.
I've been
Yeah.
making that reference all game. What are you talking about?
A couple of people
I've been
made that
doing the
reference.
same.
All right. Well, me and my electric boobs, because I don't know the lyrics of Benny and the Jets, are just gonna stand over here now. So
All right.
yes, I was 53 years old when I realized that the lyrics were not electric boobs. So take that, everybody. So
Well,
she's got electric boobs. I like that lyric. I think she'll stay up. So
Yeah.
all right.
Jax,
up?
you're up.
It was electric blues for the youngins.
Jax is up.
Yes.
today. Okay, now there are fighters in the way. So Jax is not doing a damn thing as far as getting closer to this bastard.
Oh, you don't want to snuggle up to the cute little octopus? The little octopusy pussy?
He's steady aiming.
Yeah,
And-
that's a Bond movie, by the way.
And he's getting it with the hand crossbow. He's
All right.
he's good with that thing for 10.
10. All right. Still up. But he's definitely looking worse for wear.
All right. Looks like it's Seamus' turn.
What's that mean anyway? Worse for wear? Like you're gonna wear them or something? You ever thought about that? What does that phrase mean? You look worse.
It's
for
like
wear.
being worn out.
There is wear
Very
as in
Worse for wear.
wearing,
Oh, okay.
and then
now I
there's
get
wear
it.
as in clothes. You know,
Sorry.
2 different wears. Yeah.
I'm a little slow, folks. So.
All right, one,
There's also a warehouse. There are wares.
2. I can get to this side of him.
Have some CBD.
The 35 move, by the way, is because
Yeah.
Seamus is,
Fix him a
in
little while
fact,
ago.
somehow a wood elf
Fix
whose
him a little
strength
while ago.
sucks.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, like, yeah, if you have 35 movement, it's probably because you're a wood elf or a half wood elf.
And you can
But-
do that at advantage now.
It does mean I can get into flanking position with his great
Yeah.
sword
Cool.
and get a 17
That hits.
Nice.
Not kitty boy treats.
for 5.
For 5, and he's still up.
I'm sorry.
So that puts Tybalt up.
What possessed this dude to become a fighter? He's got better rogue stats than my rogue.
Let's see. So Tybalt,
I mean,
Is
you can play a
flanking
Dead
that
Space
guy.
Fighter and do okay.
so because he is flanking him, I am not going to reckless attack this time. So
That's right.
and I'm going to hit him with my maul. Still at advantage, just not reckless attacking.
Nice.
That's a hit.
24. 15 points of damage. Ha-ha!
All right. You just hit that octopus so hard, his great-great-grandchildren are going to hear it.
That's right.
He's
Turn you
down.
into the deflated little
Wow.
ball sack that you are. There, take that.
Oh wow, cool.
Bam.
All right. Anybody hurt?
I am.
All right.
I'm down a few. I'm down like 5 hit points, something like no, more than that.
Okay, 5 more. Okay.
I'm down 9 hit points. So
All right.
I honestly thought that I think maybe I dialed that back a little too much.
Yeah. Well.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm not complaining though.
Mhm.
All right, lad. Let's see what I can do for you. And then, yeah, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on him. And let me
Okay.
see. I'm trying to remember what my Wisdom modifier is so I can add that to whatever I'm rolling. Okay, it's 3, so it's 3 plus whatever I'm about to roll.
And then, Mike, can I make a survival check to see if the meat?
You
on
got
this-
11 points back, Tipo.
Oh, cool. Back
Survival
up.
check to see if what?
If the meat on this octopus is any good for eating.
Oh my God.
Yes, you can
Um,
eat octopus.
I don't know if you
Well-
want to eat anything with spore in its name, but knock yourself out.
Well, that's why I was going to make a survival check to see if it's okay for eating.
Yeah.
I got no fucking idea, man.
Well, make it up.
I'm gonna say Greg is probably right. As it's spore based, it may or may not be poisonous.
Ah,
But you can eat it.
true. I'm gonna cut some off and store it in my little leather pouch here just in case. I'm not
Right.
wearing anything but a leather pouch, so I'm hanging out. I'm short cocking it, but I've got a leather pouch for storing octopus. So
Okay.
I'm glad. I'm sure you all want to know that. So
Um,
Just
I
keep
gotta
the
wonder what.
testicles and the
My question,
tentacles over
honestly, if
there
you
while I'm
if you have octopus tentacle and your shirt
Yeah.
cocking it, which one is doing the dangling?
I don't want to
Yes.
know what you do with your sex toys, lad.
I'm just trying to enhance my reputation. So there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, as Tybalt starts cutting the end of an octopus tentacle off, Seamus and Jax will give each other a look and then both turn away.
Your
They don't want to.
circumcising
They
now?
don't want to know why.
Okay, hold on a second. I think that this area right here, can you see a little line around this right here?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see a dotted line right there. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think, and I'm not sure how this would have worked out considering where the other hole was, but I think that's supposed to be where the chest is.
Oh,
I thought that was the grating from behind the stairs on the above deck because
Mm.
there's a
Ah,
similar
right.
dotted line
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Okay, I see it now.
Or the-
That is the
that's-
chest
that's-
over here then. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't see that dotted line. I was wondering. Because that's where it should have been. I was like, I don't see where it should be. Okay.
Care to do the honors, Jack?
So Seamus and Jax are standing right next to the chest.
Mm.
Yep. Because
Captain's chest. A
Jax
heavy.
was searching, and I'm looking to see how smart Seamus is. Oh yeah, Seamus walked right the fuck up to it.
Captain's chest. A heavy iron chest lies on the floor of the hold, directly beneath the hole it fell through.
Yeah. I have a feeling the only ones who have reasonable intelligence are Jax and Lucian at this point. Because Gerhard is kind of an idiot.
I've got average intelligence, so
Jax says, stand back and let me see if I can figure out.
Yeah. Yeah, Gerhard's actually out of 10 as well. It's average, but I like to play him a little dim.
That octopus's intelligence was a 2.
hey,
And here, yeah, I wish I had Mind Sliver. That would have rocked his world.
I have worked with many individuals who have put together a functional career with an intelligence of 2 in my real life. So.
Well, they fail upwards in your job.
Yes, yeah. I mean, they become regional managers and shit. So.
Yeah.
Is that like the guy described on Go, where in his day you got promoted because you did a better job, but now in this generation you do so crappy that the guy above you can't do his job, then he gets fired and you get promoted?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's this guy.
People
Yeah.
can be promoted
Playing
to the
politics.
level of their incompetence.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to come in and take out the octopus this Saturday.
Yeah.
All right. Jax
I would like
would
to burn the
like
dungeon to
to,
the ground.
Yeah.
Jax would like to check this chest for traps.
Okay. Go ahead.
Move a little closer.
Whoops.
Get in the way of the stupid dwarf before he does
Sorry.
anything dumb.
That should have been a 13.
Oh, okay. Well, it doesn't appear to be trapped.
Does it appear to be locked?
There is no lock on it.
All right. Huh. Well,
How does it open?
opening a pirate's chest.
It's got a little latch that's holding the lid closed,
Oh.
but it's not.
Oh.
It's not locked. Is all I'm saying.
Opening a pirate's chest is never a good idea, but he's gonna flip the latch and open it.
Yeah. I think Lucian's going to go right here. 'Cause it's like,
Okay.
yeah, there's no lock that's probably trapped.
As you open the chest, a large air bubble rushes out, and a packet wrapped and sealed in waxed fabric rises up after it. Though the chest is heavy, about 125 pounds, you could potentially carry it. It's not like it's held down. The chest also contains a pouch and looks like 3 turquoise stones.
Hmm.
And there's also a pair of boots of elven kind.
Ah.
Oh, those would be nice.
Yeah, let me see. Boots. Yeah, I think they're mainly good for stealth, right?
Let me see. Do you what do I do? Oh, I got it. Hold on. We'll do it like this. Do you want those, Greg? For your character?
Yeah.
Is that what
yeah,
you're
if
saying?
everyone's cool with it.
Yeah, no,
That-
yeah, I don't have a problem with it because you're the rogue. You're going to be able to make best use of it.
It's advantage on stealth checks. So yeah.
So yeah, it should be for the rogue.
Okay, I think that should give you should be able to have it now, I think.
Let me see.
Do you?
I really don't think that being naked with red scales and those boots, I could pull that look off. So, so
Man, sometimes you gotta take a risk.
yeah, well,
You're gonna have to pull a Tony Stark if you get caught in that outfit.
yeah,
Let's be honest. This is not the
the
strangest thing you've got me doing.
true.
and Gerhard's kind of looking at it like these Ponzi shoes or these Ponzios.
Yeah.
Do you have the boots, Greg?
I'm
Should be in
checking.
your journal.
Roll 20 just somethinged on me. Yeah, I do.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
All right, and hold on. Let me see this. That comes up. Okay, let's see. You estimate that the turquoise stones are probably worth about 10 gold each.
Cool.
I feel like I should remind you that a pouch floated up, and there's a floating
Yeah.
There's a pouch in the chest and a floating
I'm
packet.
curious. Yeah, I'm curious about the pouch. So I'll check it out.
As a general rule, Tibble, unless it's a weapon, isn't very interested in it. So,
Yeah.
Right? I don't know
I'm
whether I
out.
should be giving you guys hints like that or what it means.
No,
when-
no, no,
when
no,
you're
no.
doing
I was-
it.
I
Oh
was
no, we
interested
haven't
in this.
forgotten.
Okay.
I'll keep. If Lucian's gonna check the pouch, Jax is just gonna keep his eye on the air bubble for the moment. We don't need to start
Yeah.
more than one kind of trouble at the same time if we can help.
Yeah.
The air
We could-
bubble came up with a floating packet
Yeah.
wrapped in wax.
Okay, yeah, I'm grabbing the packet.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Check that out. So.
And you said you checked the pouch.
Yeah, I'm checking the pouch. Or
You
Lucian
find
is.
55 gold pieces inside.
55 gold pieces. Not bad.
Elder Runara did promise Jax that there would be treasure to be found.
Yeah. Yes, she did.
And now he has proof that at least one of the things she said was true.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a packet sealed in wax.
Yes.
Look, I'm just
Yeah.
here listening from God. I don't care about this fancy treasure of yours.
Are we planning to hang out in the disgusting octopus blood, corpse bloated, algae filled bottom of this boat? Or are we planning to head back somewhere dry? Because I got to decide where to break the wax seal on this packet.
I don't like being down here either, especially since I'm the shortest of us.
Yeah, it's probably
Lucian is okay
water's
with
probably
going
up
too.
to your waist, I would
Yeah.
imagine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got two elves here. Neither of them are overly fond of being in nasty water.
so it's
Yeah.
about up to my knees. Is that what you're saying?
Think about it like this. Your junk probably literally smells like junk at this point.
Oh no.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, please. It probably smells better than when we got in the nasty water.
All right. All right. Let's figure out where we're going then.
Anything else on the lower deck? What's this in the floor of the ship where it's busted?
Yeah.
You see some of the remains of the dragon that was once there on the outside.
I would check
But-
that out.
Other than that, nothing. It just looks like this is where the front of the ship crashed into a rock and busted up the front of it.
All right.
Can we leave that way?
Well, I mean, I suppose it's possible. You're gonna have to work your way around to where you tied up your boat.
Yeah.
There's actual dragon bone out here.
Yes, these right here, these are dragon bones.
Oh, I'm gonna
Yeah.
take some dragon bone to go with my octopus
Yeah.
tentacle. So
Yeah, I'm
Right,
gonna see if there are
it's
any.
giant. One of these things, like look at the size of this. It takes up a 5-foot square. One of these pieces of bone.
Okay.
all right.
What about teeth? Are there any teeth?
I don't see any teeth. I just see like what looks like maybe a arm or leg bone and some ribs.
Oh,
I
okay.
think
All right.
I think it would be.
You guys see this
awesome-
stuff, right? It's the
Yeah.
same
Yeah.
stuff I see there. It doesn't describe there being anything there. I just going
Okay.
by what it says. What it
I want-
shows
Okay.
there.
Okay.
I want to make a weapon out of the dragon bone, but
Yeah.
it may not be the best thing to do right now. So
I'm not
Yeah.
prohibiting you from taking it. If you want to take it, that's fine. But I mean,
Yeah.
you're basically walking around with a big old 5-foot bone in your hand,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
people are gonna talk if they hear that.
I'm kind of wondering, is there like a glaive-sized bone that I could grab for Gerhard?
Pardon my ignorance. I don't know what a glaive-sized bone is.
It's like a really long pole arm.
I'm not touching that.
It looks
so.
like this one right here might
Mhm.
be about 10 feet long, but it's bent.
Okay, that could still be workable. I'm a dwarf, remember? We craft things all the time. Yeah. So yeah, he goes and grabs one of
The
those.
the dwarf is going to carry that 10-foot long bone.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
it's like a
Gerhard,
walking stick that's practically twice his size, but okay.
Yeah. Well, that's the point. Like, well, that's his whole thing. Like, he's he looks small, but he's a bit like he's a bit like Wolverine,
Okay,
or at least before Hugh Jackman.
okay.
Gerhard, I'm not the most superstitious pirate in these parts, but if we're fighting on behalf of creatures that seem to follow Bahamut, do you want to be crafting a weapon out of the bones of a golden dragon?
Aye.
All right.
Look, at worst, we could return her to Renara if she absolutely must have it. But I was thinking,
Yeah.
if this dragon is dead and gone anyway, the least we could do is make a weapon of it to smite the evil.
I don't know. When I die, I just hope whatever kills me takes out everyone around me. So
We use everything under the stone, my lad.
In this case, this was broken on the stone as opposed to being under it.
Yeah.
should we get the hell off this ship then and back to land at least, or do we think there's something else here we need to find?
Yeah. I think both Gerhard and Lucian are in agreement on leaving. They got what they wanted.
Did we
Sounds
even
okay.
search the whole ship?
I don't know. Did we?
Um,
Let me.
Well, yeah, this was the last area of the ship you needed to search.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We did.
I was
Just
just,
these-
it's been a while, just making sure we had covered all the
It's a
depth.
really small. Yeah. It seems like it's a really small map. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Well, yeah. I guess we're done.
All right.
To quote Worf, Steve, tiny.
Hmm.
You said it was a tiny ship. Worf,
Yeah.
remember he got all bent out of shape when.
Oh
Dean
yeah.
said it?
Oh, yes.
Jesus.
Yeah. It's been a while.
I thought I was hanging out with Trekkies here. What's the matter with you people?
I am, but it's
Yeah,
been
that
a
was
while.
nice.
Uh,
Nice
don't
little
know.
ship. Little.
it's little.
Maybe today is a good day to die. So,
Yeah.
there.
There you go. There you go.
I
That's
don't know.
point of inspiration for your Worf quote there.
Thank you.
Cool.
I was feeling very defiant there, so I had to put that out there.
Ouch.
Oh my god. I'm a little slow today, guys. I'm a little out of it, but the dad jokes still flow. So there it is.
Hey,
Yeah.
you're talking to the king of dad jokes over here. If there's a dad joke to be told, I will usually tell it.
Nice.
Well,
So honestly, props to you if you get one out before I do.
That should be a cantrip level spell in D&D, dad joke. So
All
it's
right.
like a bard spell. So
All
a
right.
bard cantrip.
Okay.
Jax will
Okay,
say
so-
we should make our way to the shore of some sort because there's something preserved. If a pirate preserves something in wax, it means he was keeping it dry intentionally.
Yeah. Agreed, lad. Let's go somewhere dry and then find out what the hell is in that thing.
Sounds good to me. As long as I can keep my tentacles, and let's see, I'm going to write down that there is a dragon bone that I need to come back and pick up later. Yep.
We don't kink shame in this party.
Yes. Well, that's good to know, but I don't know what you think I was going to do with the dragon bone, but I'm just going to leave well enough alone. And by the way, stop looking at my tail, dwarf. I know what you're doing back there. So
Dude, I was already trying not to think of what you were gonna do with the tentacle. I don't care about the dragon.
I'll tell you what I was going to do with the tentacle if you really want to know. So.
See, Greg is curious about the dangling as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, we're already doing more boners than the Joker.
All right,
Well, I don't
let's
know.
make
As
our way
long
back
as
out of here then.
I've got big balls, he's got big balls. We've got
Yeah.
big balls.
But I've got the biggest balls of them all.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Okay,
Our
where
balls are always bouncing, or always
To the
floating.
left and to the
Everybody
right.
comes and comes
Oh,
again.
yeah.
All right, everybody move everything up directly north onto the deck.
All right, let's see.
Well, now I need to hear that song sometime soon. So
All right.
Well,
Okay.
it's my belief that my big balls should be heard every night.
yeah.
All right. Let's move up.
I don't know if
Right.
you guys ever watched wrestling, but there was a wrestler in ECW named Balls Mahoney, and that was the song he came out to. So.
Nice.
That's brilliant.
Okay. As you walk onto the deck, you hear a screeching coming from up in the crow's nest. And as you look up, you see a harpy.
My ex-girlfriend is up there. What?
Roll for initiative.
Hold on.
Oh,
Clear the initiatives first so you don't have a
Yep.
situation like me. All right. I have made that mistake multiple times, so
Right? I almost did it too.
just trying to
by
help
the
you
number
out.
of these tits will this boat never end.
All right. So
Holy shit. Harpy's on
Alright.
top of that shit.
For only having a one dex bonus, my initiatives haven't been too bad, I have to say. So. As I say that, I will probably get like a 2 on my next initiative.
Ooh, Seamus. Seamus rocked that initiative. 23 and shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, bam.
Yeah, I've been doing okay, except for that one time that Gerhard rolled that crit.
Okay, this is my thought. We got about 15 minutes to tea time here, and this fight might take a bit.
Okay.
Do you want to do tea
You wanna-
time now?
That's what I'm
Okay.
thinking, yeah.
All right.
Mrs. Nim brought me some tea when we were all going out to go pee, so
Nice.
I'm good right now. I'll just kick back.
Okay.
Very cool. I got stuff. I'm good.
I'm just gonna sit here and think about the big ball song. while you
But
guys get tea.
before we go, I neglected to mention one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's 2 harpies.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
Second level.
Yeah.
My ex-girlfriend and her sister.
All right. Now, all right. Seamus is still at the top, and tea time it is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Marge Simpson's sisters.
Yeah, let's just say, when you still remembered how much of a shrew the ex-girlfriend was 30 some years later, that's a good indication. So yeah.
Yes. That is probably true.
Yes.
I have 2 of those relationships in my past, unfortunately.
It's funny though, I had a girlfriend named Ursula before I met my wife. And my wife calls her the Sea Witch. It's like her nickname ever since. It's like,
Nice.
She brought the claws out on that.
yeah, she was from a Russian family, so like they all had like names like
Gotcha.
that. Her
A
full name
wife
was
bringing the claws out about an ex? No.
yeah.
No.
Get ready for this mouthful. Ursula Bilashevska. So
Bilashevska.
yeah, Biloachevska. So
Nice. All right. I will be back.
all right.
That would be Bog. Gotcha.
Pause it.
I don't want to get us demonetized, but I strongly want to play Big Balls now, so I may have to find that song.
I'm just saying, with the
Yes.
jokes we tell and my foul mouth in general, there's no hope of the show ever being monetized.
So you're saying we can play Big Balls right now?
No, see, that will get us booted off of YouTube.
Oh, okay. I don't know. The one I really don't understand, I take that back. I don't understand a lot of YouTube stuff. It seems so completely arbitrary. But the one that really gets me now is that one of my favorite things to watch on YouTube is our reaction videos, and now people are getting strikes on their channels for reacting not only to like music videos and stuff, but to like movie trailers. I'm like, every time someone reacts to a movie trailer and talks about it, you're getting free publicity for your movie because they're exposing all of their fan base, whoever's reacting to your trailer,
Yeah.
and it's like they're striking them. I'm like, I don't get it. I really don't understand it from YouTube's perspective.
Well, I'll tell you what's going on, and this actually leads into Countless Corpses. It is AI making these decisions, and AI does not know the difference between things. I found out what the issue was with Countless Corpses. Apparently, our counting the corpses and picking which ones of our favorite deaths are was treated as glorifying violence. So, in their opinion, even though we were talking about movies and fake deaths and all that kind of thing, simply having that on the show meant that we were promoting and glorifying violence.
That's so ridiculous. Oh, well, it's all right. I got suspended. I didn't tell you guys this, but I was missing for 48 hours off of Twitter last week because I was commenting on the Padre Dodger game, and the Padres, the players were throwing pitches at each other. Like the teams hate each other or whatever. So anyway, I was upset. So I said, next time we play the Dodgers, I want to see the Padres take the guy's head off when they throw at him instead of hitting him like in the butt. And they said that I was inciting violence, and it suspended my X account for 48 hours.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it.
That is stupid.
Again, it's AI making these decisions. AI doesn't get jokes.
I was like, I wasn't literally hoping they take his head off, but okay, thanks,
Oh, and also consider that we remember the Elizabeth Bathory thing we did about the thing about Bathory baths.
Yeah.
Joke commercials like that was another reason that it was taken.
Are you serious?
Not even kidding.
Wow.
They said we were trying to sell products that didn't exist.
I'm tired of corporate censorship bullshit.
Speaking of Elizabeth Bathory, that reminds me, if you've never seen this, Stars did 2 Hellboy animated features.
I own them both.
The one that has Elizabeth Bathory in it is awesome. So they're both awesome. Sea of Storms is awesome too, but
I think one that, what is it? Sort of Storms, is that what it's called?
Sort of Storms. I think
that one. I think that's the one I like.
Yeah, the Japan one, and then the other one is the one that is. It's kind of weird the way it's written because like it skips all over the place at different time frames. The one with the vampires in it. So
I got it backwards. It was the other one. It is the vampire one that I like.
Yeah, the other one's the one in Japan. That's the Storms one. So, but I don't know. I always love those, and I wish they had done more of the Hellboy anime. They actually had a comic book series of just Hellboy animated for a while, which is really good. So it was different from the main Hellboy. So.
Wait a minute. I go get tea and another harpy appeared.
Yep.
Yeah.
God, I didn't need biscuits.
She brought her sister. So,
It's second level.
but what's really
That,
scary,
that
Greg,
said to add the harpy, so that was why.
we don't kink shame, but we found out that the reason we were talking about big balls is because both these harpies have big balls. So it's a little scary.
That's very scary.
It is. Especially on birds. It's like, come on. Never see that on a bird. Can you imagine looking up and seeing that dangling around on some giant eagle or something? So,
Can you imagine the difficulty of dealing with other birds pecking at your gnats?
yes. I have
Okay,
that problem.
that yes was very quick. Is there a story there?
Well, you see, we among all the other animals we have 4 cockatiels, and when they get out, they're nasty. They go straight for the gnats. So I know exactly what's going on. So. Just joking, folks. YouTube AI, don't flag us for that. So
Oh
we're not
my gosh.
promoting whatever ridiculousness.
Man.
All right.
I think it's awesome that the Irish fighter critted on his initiative.
Yeah, first
I
the
had no
Scotsman,
wish
then
to
the
fight
Irishman.
My dad just sent me a story. He was a firefighter, and he said that firefighters were out fighting a wildfire in Idaho, and people were shooting at them. Somebody's shooting at them in the forest.
Yeah, something bad, something major's going on out there.
Sounds like somebody was running an illegal weed farm or something out there. So.
At this point, several firefighters and law enforcement have been shot, ambushed. I mean, they were ambushed.
Wow, that's crazy. All right, I'm ready when you guys are.
Yeah. Oh, and sorry, real quick before we start. A fire was intentionally set, it appears, and then as the firefighters were responding, they were ambushed.
Wow.
Weird.
Oh,
Damn.
sorts of crazy stuff going on.
Yeah, screw them.
All right.
All right.
Enough
So-
of real world stuff. I just want to fight harpies with balls. Let's go.
So we come up on the deck and
Now there's a sound clip.
Yeah. Put that
we
in.
hear
Put that in the blurb for the next show. We just want to fight harpies with balls. So.
I love it. That's awesome. I'd give you a point of inspiration for it, but you already got one.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I'll be super inspired.
so we see a harpy in the crow's nest. Where's this other harpy hanging out?
Well, he's kind of sitting on the ledge here of this thing. Right here, just kicking it on the ledge. The way I had him sitting there. Now he doesn't want to sit there anymore.
He's snapping to the grid now.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he's sitting on that ledge. There is what he was doing.
Okay, well, he's taking an arrow to the chest now because Seamus was first in initiative.
Okie
I was a
dokie.
harpy just like you. Then I took an arrow to the knee.
Longbow. This entity, person, thing.
This entity person thing.
That wasn't meant to
Seamus.
be advantage, so
Okay.
12.
That hits.
Awesome. Five.
Hold on. We're gonna do here and here. I'm making notes so I can keep track of this. Hold on. Okay. Still up. Except now it looks irritated.
Damn.
Now, let's see. It is this one. Okay. This one is going to. How about we'll attack the cleric? He's right out there in front.
Do your list.
If that fighter is the Seamus pit fighter from Warhammer. So.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, bam. It didn't roll. Oh, okay. I get it. One claw attack
All right.
for 16. Does that hit?
No.
Okay. And one club attack for 15, and that doesn't hit either.
No. I have an 18 AC.
Okay. Well, how do I handle that? Yes, it could move. Okay, it's going to fly back up to the crow's nest.
Okay.
And now it is Tybalt's turn.
So, how high up are each of these two harpies? One is up in the crow's nest. I'm assuming that's pretty high up, though.
I gotta hold on. Let me find out. Let me look at this really quick.
All right.
I gotta go back here.
Oh, that's fine. Okay.
Right.
I fixed that.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Come on,
here
you
we go.
feathery bastards. Come down here and fight like the chickens you are.
Okay, here we go. The crow's nest is 50 feet up.
50 feet. Holy mackerel. Yeah, that puts me out of a range of a lot of stuff. I guess I'm going to have to draw my short bow. Yes, I'm a giant dragonborn with a short bow. Don't ask me.
Isn't this other dude like near ground level on a ledge?
How high up is that? Let me find out. He's just as high as that second deck there.
So he's just right there? How high is that second deck, I wonder?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
All right.
Oh,
Main deck. Let's see.
60 feet.
It doesn't say. I'm gonna say at least 10 feet.
All right, here's
Yeah.
what I'm going to try and do. You tell me what you want me to roll. I'm going to try and run to here, jump, pull myself up onto this railing, and then attack the harpy. So I want to move into the square, basically, right here. So and I have athletics.
I don't know that that'll work as well as you think it does. It seems to me that climbing is going to take an action.
Okay.
yeah.
Then I would go back here and go 1, 2, 3, 4.
And this isn't rough terrain up here, so you don't have the half movement.
5, 6. Is that right?
That,
All right.
if that's your space, you can move there and attack because he's technically right here.
Okay. So then I will attack with my maul. And I do not have any rage. So, but I am going to reckless attack.
Okay.
And I got a 20.
That is a 20. Well, that hits.
Nice. For 10 hit points. Not as good as
Okay.
I wanted. So, yeah, take that, you chicken.
Gives you a very dirty look, and a little bit of poop comes out the back.
Nice.
Hmm.
I've heard that harpy poop is good on octopus tentacle when you fry it slowly and roast it over an open fire.
You know, I know a guy once that collected poop for big energy.
Yes, it's good money. There's good money in that. So
Nice.
Okay, Lucian, you're up.
All right. I think I can move like here, and that puts me just in range to hit him with
Okay.
a Ray of Frost.
Okie dokie.
All right, yeah, just trying to find that thing.
And that's a DC 13 Dex.
No, it's a
Oh.
spell save attack. It's a spell roll attack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 12. I think that hits.
Yes, it does.
Okay. All right, 8 and slows movement by 10 feet, and then now it's Gerhard's turn, and I'm going to use a guiding bolt to hit him.
Same guy.
No, different guy. The other one. The
This
one on the
guy.
bottom.
Okay.
Because that one tried to attack him.
All right.
So, all right. That's at one level 1. Okay. 19.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. 10 radiant, and next to hit on him gets advantage.
Nice.
Wow. Nice.
Guiding
and
That's
bolt.
done.
unholy bitch.
I-
I really do love doing the Gerhard stuff.
You spawn of Beelzebub.
Yeah.
Welcome to Forgotten Realms, bitch.
Yes.
Little Freddy spin on it there.
Yeah. Freddie, is that you?
Okay. Now, who is up after Lucian the cleric? You went.
Yeah,
Jax
I
is
just
up.
went. Yeah, Jax.
A little scary Terry action from Rick and Morty there.
I just never watched Rick and Morty.
I have to admit that I really love that show.
I have nothing against it. It seems like a good show. I just never got around to watching it, and I don't even have TV now.
There's a lot of shows like that. It's like I never got into South Park. I watched a couple episodes and liked it, but I'm like, it's too far gone. It's like Doctor Who for me. It's like there's too many seasons. It's like I'm not going to invest that much time trying to catch up on Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Jax is gonna take a shot at this bitch in the crow's nest,
Okay.
which he has
That's,
advantage on thanks to Gerhardt.
Yep.
And do you have a range of 60 feet?
Yep.
Nice.
Take this, you ugly ass pigeon.
Damn. That does it.
And since I had advantage, 8 piercing.
All right. Still up. But now angry at you.
Mm-hmm.
Now it is this harpy's turn, and he's like, what the fuck? Everybody fucking jumping on me. You guys are the one that invaded my damn boat, and yes, they can talk.
Well, they haven't bothered to.
He's doing it now. You done pissed him off. I think
What?
just for the sake of convenience, he is going to attack Tybalt.
All right,
Jack?
bring it.
Claw. 12.
Yes, that's a hit.
All right, 9 slashing damage.
And I am not raging because I don't have any rages, so that actually hurts. So
And then 22, I'm assuming, hits with the club.
it
and
does.
that is another 4 damage.
So 13 total.
Yes.
All right.
Really glad I healed you earlier.
Yes, me too.
And we are back at the top with Seamus.
Oh, 2, 3. But he can't make it up there. Because you said he's on that ledge. So he'll stop here. And take an arrow shot at this guy who's not actually as close as he appears to be. $11.
That hits.
For 11.
Nice.
11 piercing. And I'm sorry, was it this one or this one?
This one.
That one. Okay. 11. And still up. That makes it the Harpy's turn. He is going to fly down. And how about, yes, attack you, Jax, on account of because you attacked him.
You know what? I've been doing my AC wrong, but it's all right. Doesn't matter.
Let me check.
It's my Dex plus my Con
Oh,
modifier.
yeah, you're
Forgot
flying, so I guess you probably wouldn't get an attack of opportunity.
All right, so what are you talking about? An attack of opportunity?
You flew right past me, but I don't
To
think
go
I
down
get it
to
'cause you're
here?
flying.
But
Oh,
he's still within your threat range.
that. You can fly around you, or what, I don't know.
Yeah,
he
it
was
doesn't matter.
50 feet up. My thought was he just kind of flew over and down to get to Jax.
Okay.
But if
Okay.
you want to take an attack of opportunity, I suppose
If he
that's okay
tries-
if you can reach that high, being 3 feet tall.
Yeah. Well, yeah, probably not.
All right.
Come on, you ugly ass molted sparrow. Come at me.
Oh, I will. I just did. I attacked you with a claw for 23, and it's a crit.
Come at me, bro.
So that's 9. That's 9 slashing damage, and that's only the first attack.
All right.
18 for 4 more.
Is it- All right. He's bleeding, but he's still up.
And Tybalt is up.
So this still one that's near me is still within striking range.
Yes.
All right. Well, not much I can do except just hit her again and hope to knock her out. So I knock her the fuck out with my maul. Here we go. 21.
21 is a hit.
Take 13 more points of damage. Feel my pain, bitch. Nice. Cut off her leg too. Eat that.
You killed my sister. You killed my sister.
You're damn right. But don't worry, I'm going to reunite with your sister in just a second.
Oh, not if I get to you first.
All right, who's up?
Lucian.
Me. Okay. So let's see. Blade Song. So that gives me enough movement to get over here. And then we're going to do the double shot blade attack. Booming Blade.
A 5 just
No, wait, no, that's wrong. I'm sorry, I used it wrong.
Okay.
I have to use the one-handed longsword first. Eight is probably a miss.
8 is a miss.
Jeez, how do I keep hitting better with the dagger than with my sword? I need to get a rapier. Yeah,
Well, the dagger certainly worked.
yeah. Finesse weapon, man. It's uses his dex. So that's so that's 6.
6. Okay.
Yeah,
Still-
and my AC is now at 18 because I'm using Blades on. And
Okay.
now I'm gonna flank his ass.
Hey, we
Here,
don't
have a
kick shame,
warhammer.
but I don't need to hear about it, okay? So,
Die, you ugly bitch. I'm guessing
Holy
8.
shit. Well, a 21 definitely hits.
Okay, so yeah, 8 damage on her, and then for my bonus action, I am going to use a healing word on Jax. So that's going to be, so I believe that's a d6 plus 3. 7 points back, Jax.
Thank you. Jax was feeling pretty rough.
Well, you kind of pissed off the harpy there.
I'm pretty sure that he did. Well, both of them did.
Yep.
So Jax is up now.
Yes, sir.
And I forgot
Well,
I had advantage. It's okay.
How are we
It doesn't
supposed
matter.
to know you were
didn't
trying
need it
to
with a
captain the
21.
ship
No.
when you're
no,
not
I
even
didn't.
wearing a hat, you ugly pheasant? He's
Yeah.
taking a swing at him with a short sword.
Yeah, you definitely are going to get sneak attack.
I'm not a captain. I just eat the people that come by here.
Yeah, eat me.
21 hits.
Six.
6.
And with a giant middle finger, it goes down.
Jack spits on it.
So that was the gauntlet I had prepared for you on this ship. How was it?
Nice.
Yeah. When I saw the kind of damage you were putting on Tybalt, I was like, yeah, that's why you gave me the potions.
Yep.
Yeah.
I figured between the 3 zombies and the ghoul and then the octopus and then 2 harpies, you guys weren't gonna make it without the health potions.
All right.
Jax will say
Tybalt,
thank you to Gerhardt, but he's still holding his side bleeding.
okay. All right. I'll take care of that. I'm going to give Tybalt a healing potion now that he's here.
All right.
All right. We're going to need a long rest soon.
Or I could also, well,
Yeah.
I could use the hit dice, but
We should search these things' wretched bodies just in case they had anything useful on them.
Good idea.
Plus, Tybalt, you could probably eat them.
Yeah. Feathers might be
I
useful.
could. I already am. What are you talking about? I'm over here chowing down. So
I've been at
Nope.
sea a long time, and you might want to cook that meat first.
oh.
Yeah.
So are we taking a long rest or am I using a healing potion? So
That depends. Well,
Oh, I-
let's see what's on this Harpies first, and then we'll figure that out.
okay.
I'm giving it to you in case you need it.
All right. How I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say what is it how much does it heal? So I'll just add it to my
2d4 plus 2, I think is a
I
Healing
think it's
potion,
a
isn't it?
level 1. I think it's just 1d. Isn't it just 1d4 for level 1?
It's been a while.
Let me look at it. Hold on.
Yeah,
I got
that's
it.
fine.
I got it right up here.
Well,
No, you're right. 2d4 plus 2.
okay.
all right. So yeah, I guess we search the Harpies and make our way out. At least find a safer place to rest.
You find dried blood and guts and little pieces of bone.
Feathers.
They have nothing on them. The only thing on
Okay.
them is what they've gotten on them when they're eating.
All right.
They have poop on them.
Yeah, I'll collect it. We'll just pull like some of the harpy feathers and just put it in a pouch.
Although
We
Seamus
should-
did slip on the harpy poop that was on
There
the
you go.
deck a minute ago.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
So it's literally a poop deck.
Oh God. Wow. And just like that, Steve wins dad joke of the year. So
All right. Plenty of inspiration, Steve.
All right. All right.
How many DMs you know get points for dad jokes?
Not too many. All right. All right, let's make our way back then, or at least find a place to rest. Well, we need to get back to the boat, I guess would be the thing.
As
All
I
right.
recall, let me see here. There you are. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
As I recall, the boat is tied up down at the bottom of here, down in here.
All right.
You guys tied it up to because there's some broken sails and some wreckage and stuff hanging down
Yeah.
here.
All right.
You
Yeah.
guys tied it to that.
We can make our way back to shore because the scent of the carrion on this ship's probably just going to attract more flying nasty things.
Yeah.
Well, it does look clear.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, Gerhard's gonna help out Jax with the boat because I have the ability to find a safe route back on land if there is one.
Okay. Now we need. Where are you? Where are you? I'm not. Ah, there you are. Well, bam. You should see that map now.
I see the map. Let me find out where we are on this map.
You are up here on the north. You see the wreck of the Compass Rose.
Oh, wait.
Basically, you're just going to follow the path back down here to Dragon's Rest.
All
All
right.
right.
As I recall, it takes about a couple hours to get through there.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Oh,
After
yeah. Okay.
we should take a break a few hours in and see what's in this wax sealed packet.
All right. Yeah, probably before we go and get it to Renara.
Okay. The floating packet contains the captain's journal, which has been kept safe from the water by the wrapping. A braid of hair is stuck in the pages like a bookmark, indicating the log's last entry. The last entry reads as follows. Tarsak, I believe is the name of the month, 19th of Tarsak. Our journey is ended, though I fear my own is to continue in the most horrible way imaginable. Compass Rose wrecked on a shoal south of Neverwinter. Many sailors perished with the initial impact, and Aletha was gravely injured. As I tended to her wound, she clutched her talisman and breathed soft prayers. I asked her what the talisman signified. She told me love. Her husband waits for her at Dragon's Rest, having pledged his service to the dragon there. The talisman is made from locks of her hair, woven together as a promise to be reunited no matter what fate might befall them. It might have been a beautiful story had it not been for Aletha's gruesome end. And the words of the paper I heard as she breathed her last. For she was begging Orcus, the prince underneath, to reunite her with her husband.
Wow.
I held her hands as her breath left her, and felt a horrible chill pass through her. Next, I knew she was sinking her teeth into my neck. At the same moment, I heard moans begin to rise from the dead sailors all around us. What curse has she brought on us all? Already, I feel a creeping chill overtaking my body. I am securing her talisman with the book in the chest in hopes that someone who comes after us may end this nightmare by bringing Aletha's talisman to her husband. The talisman, like I said, was formed from long locks of her hair, some blonde, some black, braided together and knotted around two small finger bones.
Hey, Jack says, "Hey, priest, you hold this," and hands
All
it to Gerhard. And if Gerhard doesn't take it,
All right.
it falls to the ground.
All right. Thing of Orcus. But I shall hold on to it, lad. Name of Valkor, I shall hold it.
She died praying to Orcus. The last goddess I prayed to was Umberly. Do you want it in my hands?
Not particularly, lad. No.
There we are.
Yeah.
Who is this?
I will say, like the last time we encountered Orcus, he kicked Eluthria's ass.
Is this Orcus a dragon? Who is this Orcus
Demon.
everybody is speaking of?
Demon Lord of great
If
power.
you'd like to do a check, You might know a little something about Orcus. One of you.
I can do a religion check.
I know,
That's
I know.
hard.
So
Yeah.
I would probably
Oh.
know as much as a common
Oh.
person, but
Lucian might know as well. Let me check it. Yeah, actually, you know what? I'm gonna try with his. It's weirdly his religion is ridiculously high. Oh, it's because it's intelligence based.
Well, okay.
Why
Do it with religion.
Why
then.
is that?
Yeah, with a +7?
12. Yeah, let me try with Gerhard. Maybe it's because he's stupid. He only gets a +2, but
You do have inspiration if you want to waste it.
oh no, it's fine.
17. 17. That's good
and
enough.
Jack's got an 18.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Gerhard knows.
Well,
Should've
which
cast
one of you
guidance.
wants? Which one of you wants to take that?
Gerhard,
And do you want me to read it out loud, or do you want me to whisper it to you?
We'll read it out loud.
Okay. Known as the Demon Prince of Underneath and the Blood Lord, the Demon Lord Orcus is a fiend whose power rivals that of the gods. Ruling over hordes of demons in the nightmarish plane of existence called the Abyss, Orcus yearns to transform the multiverse into a ghastly place of death. Many undead creatures, like ghouls, worship him and seek to bargain with him in exchange for some fragment of his power over underneath.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to ask this. Do we want to be party to delivering the talisman of an evil, cursed priestess of Orcus to whatever remains of her husband? That doesn't
I
sound
would
like a happy ending.
I would say let's see what Renara makes of it, and then
And-
figure out what we should do about it.
Maybe Bahamut can give her some advice.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
If he can
This
find
is
Jack.
this is beyond my pay grade as a cleric of Valkor.
I don't know about all of these demons and gods and goddesses, but I could say at my current level of experience in fighting, I don't think I'm up for fighting a god yet. So
Yeah, none of us are.
I'm more concerned with helping to complete what might be a curse.
Yeah, Lucian is kind of looking at it with great concern, especially with the knowledge that Orcus is involved.
That could go one. Yeah, it sounded like such a nice love story till we've heard who she was praying to.
Yeah, that kind of kills the romance.
That was all over the place.
That was a mood killer.
All right.
I
Thought it
mean,
was-
hey, demons need love too, right?
hey, we don't kink shame. So,
Hey, ask the Tentacle King. I'm out of that one.
yeah,
Well, I should clarify. It does say that the braid of hair with the finger bones and stuff was meant to be something that would bring them together no matter what the cost was. But
Yeah,
it does not. But
in
it does not
love-
specifically say that the braid is attached to anything. It didn't mention that. She was praying to Orcus. I'm just saying it doesn't say that.
All right. Well, Orcus does explain all the stuff that's been happening. So
More questions than answers.
yep, and that's why I feel like we need more information from Renara.
Do we feel like we can make it back to her before we need to rest?
we could at least take a short rest on the boat journey home.
I can go along, Lyle, but I'm less sure about you guys.
I just need to rest and regain some hit points, but I could use a hit dice on a short rest.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I could do the same just in case.
Yeah. Let's see.
Well, while Jax did not like the particular word that was used, you do have cells back at the monastery.
Mhm.
Well, that's why I was asking how far we had to go before we get there.
You're looking at. I think it's a couple hours, 2.5 hours to get to the end. Get back to
Yeah.
Dragon's Rest.
Should be fine. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Gerhard can move like up to 16 hours each day before being subject to the effects of a forced march. So he'll be
little
fine.
dwarven endurance.
Yeah, yeah. That's the way I'm kind of flavoring it. It's actually part of his background.
Oh, I was probably reading a little Tolkien into that.
Yeah, no, but I like the idea of it basically being a dwarven thing.
All right, so you guys are going back to Dragon's Rest to talk to Elder Runara. Yes?
Sure.
That's the
Yep.
I
plan.
thought that's what you said.
Yep.
What
Yeah.
would you like to do?
That's what I
I
heard.
can't think of anything better to do, so we're going in blind otherwise.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. I apologize. I didn't mean to lead you there. I thought that's what you said you
No.
wanted to do.
No, we
No,
were all
no.
over the place with what we were considering, but the sooner we can get rid of the cursed token that involved the woman praying to Orcus, the better I'll feel.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know not enough to break curses of that power, lad. We're gonna need help on this.
All right.
All right. Let's see. So, let's see. So Lucian is here.
Oh.
All right.
Just a reminder for the DM as we stumble back into camp. We look like hell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I think
You
Gerhard's the
well,
only one who's not like completely messed up.
I look fantastic. So, oh, sorry.
Elder Runara.
Actually, Seamus never got touched.
Yeah, Seamus was fine. Yeah.
He's just ugly.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like Seamus is with you guys though, and neither is the cleric.
No, he's here. I haven't put him on. I haven't put him on the map. Let me put him on the map.
Was he on this map? I don't.
Yeah,
Can I
he wasn't
drag him?
before. He
Seamus?
is
No, I
now.
don't think he was.
Yeah, you're gonna have to add him.
Okay. Hold on a second.
Got him.
Oh, you got him. All right.
Let me zoom in a bit then. Okay.
All right. Hey, have you? Looks like there's a comment on StreamYard there, Steve.
Oh, let me check. Sorry. Oh, it's yeah.
Okay.
It's troll nonsense.
Okay.
It's spam.
Spam.
Okay, you took. Okay, Elder Renara meets you on the path, and notices that you guys are all beat up and stuff, and she says, I'm glad that you guys made it back. It looks like it might have been quite a battle for you. Are you okay?
We just waited our way through 2 harpies. Yeah, it was fine. We'll be
A
okay.
ghoul, bunch of zombies, a cursed ship.
Elder Renara, actually, I need to show you something. We also killed one of these. Can we eat this? And he pulls the tentacle out and shows it to her.
Don't ask where he was carrying that.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to know where Deadpool was hiding the engagement ring?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
A prison wallet. So.
Well, I mean, we haven't had octopus here before. At least, especially not one made of spores. But I don't know. Perhaps later when we eat, maybe you could ask Tarek about that. He knows more about spores than I do. But just on the surface, I would probably say you can't.
Uh, well, we'll see. And as
There's a bit of a
quickly,
problem with spores around here. Actually, it might be
Mhm.
it might be poisonous. Is what I'm worried about.
Okay, and not to be disrespectful, Minara, but if we could possibly clean up and then talk about this whole unresolved curse that was that was still hanging over the ship, that would be nice.
Not a problem at all. There is you could probably clean up in the kitchen there, or maybe even down in your cells. You can get
Mhm.
changed or whatever you would like to do. And when you are ready, why don't you meet me in the dining hall?
I'm going to go down to the cells and
If you would like, we could simply talk. What I'm wondering what time of day it is. Do you know? Let's see.
To you. 'Cause there was a couple hours that we took to get back.
so we traveled at
Right,
least
and then
4
they were
hours.
there at the you were there at the boat a little while. I'm gonna say we're coming on evening.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Okay, so we're about to have breakfast soon. So you guys can either do that or
That's a
go
late
ahead and
breakfast.
rest for the night. Yes, we are a night people here.
Oh, I see.
The what do you call them? The tiny dragon things. I can't remember the name of the creatures.
Wyverns?
No.
The kobolds?
Kobolds.
Oh,
Okay.
the
Yes.
kobolds.
The kobolds don't like the sunlight.
Okay.
But you can simply rest for the night. Get yourselves all cleaned up or whatever. Rest for the night, and you can meet us for dinner in the morning.
All right. Sounds good.
I know you
I'm
don't like
okay
the name
either
of
way.
the cells, but I do hope you find them comfortable, Jack.
Yeah.
After where we've been, yep.
There's nothing like sleeping on the cold, hard stone.
Well,
It's like my
there's
own
certainly
home.
a stone floor for you, sir.
Ah,
For the rest of
You're
you,
very
for
kind.
something a
You're
bit
very
more
kind.
comfortable, I think the hammock should be nice for you.
all right. All right. Yeah. Yeah, Lucian's going to accept the hammock.
I go into
He's looking at Gerhard like he's crazy.
one of the cells to rest and say, "Look at me, I'm in cell." So
Mm.
bad joke.
Mm.
Yes, there are four. There's last time you guys all crammed into one room, and some of you slept on the floor, and 4 of you were on a hammock. But there are actually 4 hammocks in each of these rooms, if you guys want to spread out and sleep a bit more comfortably.
Yes.
Jax will take a hammock. The sleeping on the bed or the ground doesn't move quite right to him anymore.
So we're getting a long
How much
rest.
time aboard a ship?
Yeah,
All
Take
right,
point
I
of
guess I
inspiration
can-
for that.
thank you.
Let's see if I can find one of the rooms. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, I guess I can have Lucian here. And then Gerhard is just kind of like fine being like here.
Jax
You just
do-
You're just gonna
doesn't
sleep
even
in the
express
doorway.
his.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, it's like I don't think there's too much room. Maybe here. Yeah, maybe there. Okay, that'll work.
Well, there's
Jax
room
doesn't
on
even
there's room on
bother
the
with his paranoia. He just stumbles towards a hammock and says, "If I die in my sleep, I just hope it's quick."
There it is.
Right. Yeah. And it's like it takes yeah, and in the meantime, like Gerhard's gonna work a little bit on that dragon bone thing that he has. You know, trying to build a glaive out of it.
I forgot about that. Where you were? Did you just carry that around in your hand?
I was wearing it on my back. He had strapped it on his back.
Was it visible?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Elder Renara would have told you that they consider it sacrilege here to mess with dragon remains.
Then then if you would, then yeah, then I'm willing to cede them to you to dispose of them properly.
Thank you for your understanding.
We can
Sure.
point you to a whole bunch more, but you're on your own getting them.
We would rather leave them where they are. That's why they're there now.
Oh, fair
Yeah.
deal. Someone stole the teeth, it seems. Just letting you know.
I'm gonna try and forget that I heard you guys talk about digging through the remains of a sacred dragon. And
We
I'm just,
didn't dig, miss. They were right there on the surface.
but yet someone got its teeth.
Well, it wasn't us. We could just see it.
Okay, it's been a long day. I'm going to go eat breakfast, and I will talk to you guys or later this evening.
Good luck, Elder Renara. All right. I'm taking my long rest. I sack out immediately, legs spread out, hanging over the hammock, just out there for the whole world to see. So there it is.
Yeah.
When you wake up, a seagull is pecking at your balls. No, I'm kidding.
Aaron's just like sitting and leaning against the wall and just like, doesn't need much sleep anyway.
So yeah, I've
You
got
guys got
two
all
elves.
night.
I've got two elves here, so they both tranced and they've just been sitting in the hammocks for 4 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, just so that you guys are aware,
Same here.
you basically got 12 hours to kill.
Nice.
They're getting ready to have dinner. They're gonna be having breakfast when you get up at the end of the day. But they're not gonna be around when you wake up if you don't spend some time here. Like if you just spend 4 hours and leave, you're gonna find an empty monastery. They're going to bed. The sun's out. They don't like the sunlight.
Well, we have a couple of people that do need a full 8 hours, so
Right.
we're not leaving like that soon.
I'll never turn down long rest. So there it is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, go
Jax
ahead
will
and
just-
take your long rest then.
Jax will just walk the path. He's not doing anything in particular.
Yeah.
After his trance.
Yeah. Lucian is kind of like studying the scroll that he found and is, trying to put it into his spell book.
Okay. Did you guys hit your buttons and take your long rest?
Yep.
All right. You smell it's kind of faint as you're right up next to the sea, so the salt of the air in the air and the sea is really strong, but you can smell this hint of food. Not even quite sure what it is, but it smells very good.
I follow my nose.
All right.
It always
you find a
knows.
bowl of cereal.
Yeah.
All right. Is there a toucan there too? If it is, I'm worried. I hit it with my maul and roll for initiative. So, afraid it's another heartbeat.
All right.
Okay, so are we going back around the long way?
Yeah. Okay. I guess we can. Yeah. I've got all my spell slots done.
Moving right
Yeah,
up
we're
here.
good. All right. Let me.
She's up here in the
All right.
this is the dining room here, by the way.
All right.
All right. I'm just gonna
Going right here.
drag myself this way. This way.
I gotta say your character is being kind of a drag.
All right. Let me move up.
I warned you about the dad jokes, right?
You did. You did. All right. Oh. Yeah. Here. Okay.
All right, and we need to do one more person needs to be over there. Where are you? What is this?
That's Seamus.
This is Seamus.
No,
He just
hold
went
on.
here and stood.
No. No token. Well, there's a thing there. Why won't you let me access it? Shit. Okay. Who is this? Rex. Nope, that's not the guy I wanted. No. There he is.
Nara.
Oh man. Oh man. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to figure out how to do this here. Layer. Token layer. You're not letting me move it. There we go. You got these all the way over here. Sorry about that. And Tarak. We'll sit him here.
So, Renara, what do you know of the Compass Rose's journey here before it wrecked?
Not much at all. I mean, I know a little. Let's see.
How about a priestess named Alethea?
I remember Alethea's husband, Brastos, but he died many years ago. He was laid to rest, actually, in the graveyard atop the cliffs at the northern point of the island, northwest of Dragon's West. The grave's
about that.
the grave's in a little cliff-top cemetery.
Huh. So your ship is cursed because Alethea didn't get to her husband to take him a token of braided hair and bone. But on the way out, she prayed to Orcus, which led her to biting the pirate captain, which led to all of the curses.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You said there's there's an item of some sort, a token?
Yes.
I'm watching her reactions very closely, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that she was intending to return to her husband, at which point something would be well or complete, or
They said something
circle.
about something evil that's not a dragon, which I have a hard time believing, called Orcus.
Mhm.
Well, praying to Orcus is what led her.
No. If only he weren't real, lad.
So
Well,
what was
I
this?
mean,
What was this
what-
man like, Brastos?
Brastos.
Well, her husband. Did I get his name wrong?
No, that's his
Brastos.
name. That's his name. I'm trying to find something on it. I don't have something on him. I don't think. I just have the thing with his grave,
Oh,
and that it doesn't mention much else about him.
Hmm. Well,
But Elder Renara does say that well, she does ask what did you find with the talisman? Was there anything in the note that he left, or anything that might suggest something?
why do you ask?
And granted, this is, I guess you would call it maybe a gut feeling. I am tempted to say that the talisman itself is what's causing the zombies.
it could
Have
perhaps be true.
you tried to detect magic on it?
I have not, but Lucian's going to go ahead and do that as a ritual.
See, but we have been debating amongst our group whether reuniting this talisman with their husband would end the curse or
Make it worse.
begin it.
Interesting. Well, I mean, thinking outside the box here,
I mean, really, there's only one way to find out. So there's always that.
I, I, have you simply tried to destroy the talisman?
No. Without
Uh,
knowing what we
You
should do
sent
with
us
it.
to a cursed pirate ship on which we found a cursed talisman and a journal describing a woman who cursed the crew upon death. And you're asking us why we didn't just try and destroy it?
No, I asked you if you tried to destroy it.
No.
Okay, repeat everything I just said and end it with, and you're asking us if we didn't just violently hit it?
You, uh, your friend Tybalt there seems like the type that might, I don't know, hit first and ask questions later.
Why does it
Yeah.
seem like you're more interested in our destroying this thing than finding out what it was all about?
That is not true at all. I'm simply trying. You don't seem to want to take it to the grave, which is what she asked. So I'm trying to think of an option besides that. I'm not telling you what to do
No.
either way.
I'm just asking questions. The ship
I
is
mean,
on its way here to bring her to him.
I'm eating and looking around, going, I hit
I'm-
when they tell me to hit. So if they told me to hit the
Mhm.
talisman, I'd hit it. Otherwise, I eat, I sleep, and I drink. That's what I do. So
Mm.
The ship crashing on the North Shore doesn't necessarily mean that it was on its way here.
It
I
was bringing
there
Alethea to her husband.
the compass
Mm.
rose.
The compass
my
rose was bringing Alethea to her husband.
Mm.
Did you
I mean,
show him the journal that you read out of?
Yeah, see,
yeah.
that's what the captain said.
Yeah.
And
And
then
bringing the
here's the part
talisman to
about
the grave might be the answer. I don't know.
and then here's the part about praying to Orcus and the biting.
okay.
So no, we haven't just tried to destroy it. Hi, Tarek.
Without even knowing, what to do with it, it seemed unwise to try to destroy it.
Hmm. It seems to me that the the options with the information provided are to uh, take it to the grave, try to destroy it, or I don't know. Maybe you can dispel it somehow.
I
Of
would be
those,
inclined to take it to the grave, but I'm curious if this man lived here and his wife was on his way here, you knew nothing of him?
I no. I remember him, but I don't
There's
know that
like
much about him.
there's like what, 24 people on this island?
yeah.
I can make stuff up if you would like.
How about you,
Okay.
Tarek? Did you know him?
No, no. I came here after.
Yeah. I'm inclined to think taking it to the grave makes the most sense, but that's me.
I'm inclined to thinking it is the dumbest possible thing we could do, but I think we're going to do it anyway because
Yeah.
I want to see what happens. That's Jack's.
Yeah.
I'll drink to that.
There is a risk. I'm not gonna argue with that, but I don't have a better solution right now.
I
So
don't think
I
trying to dispel or destroy it is any safer than just seeing what
I
happens if
I
we
have
take.
we have no means to dispel it. So
I
on
do
top of that,
I can offer some suggestions as to what to do with it once you take it to the grave. However, I am not an expert in this area, so what I know is limited. But
Sure.
from what I know of these things, you can bury it in soil over the grave. You can burn it on top of the grave.
No, I say we dig it up and reunite them properly.
I'll get used to your sense of humor at some point.
Mhm.
I'll develop one at some point, but seriously, she was bringing that to him.
Did it occur to you, Jax, that if we were experts on these things, if we knew what to do, I wouldn't have sent a letter out asking for your guys' help?
Mhm. Let me see if I know anything about these kinds of rituals as Gerhard.
Yeah, Madam Minardi, that does cross my mind, but your having been here as long as you have and not knowing either of these people who seem to be of some
Yeah,
importance here
yeah.
at some point, it seems odd.
Where do you get that they were of some
Right.
importance here at some
Right.
point?
11.
How many priestesses do you have on this island that can call out to Orcus and have him answer?
Aletha was no priestess of ours.
What was she?
Rastos' wife. I think you think we know more about them than you do. I don't think we do.
Mhm.
Oh,
They came here aboard the Compass Rose, most likely called by the Harpies, crashed aboard the ship, and all this started.
well, no, he was already here. She was on her way here to meet him. So I
Interesting.
presumed that he had been staying here for some amount of time.
Mhm.
Hmm.
No.
The captain's journal said he was bringing her here to reunite with him.
Mhm. It would seem that most of the difficulties came from the involvement of Orcus and the prayer to Orcus, less so, less so on the other things.
I'm still, I, like I said, if we knew what to do with this, we would have dealt with this a long time ago. But I tend to think that this has more to do with this talisman, some kind of magic in the talisman, rather than some prayer to a demon who couldn't care less about her.
What if her god was not answering her prayers? Perhaps she was desperate.
I mean,
Sounds like you might know more about this than I do.
she was a priest or a shaman or a druid or something if she's waving talismans of bone and hair to take
Yeah.
to her husband.
Yeah.
So
I was rolling
Tibble-
I rolled an 11 to see if I know anything about the ritual.
Tibble is just kind of looking back and forth at all this. All he is eating food and kind of looks at for a moment and goes, "So are we destroying it or are we not destroying it?" It seems like that's the only real question here.
And
I feel
Jax will sit up very politely and say, I believe that we should reunite the betrothed couple properly as they wished by taking the talisman to her husband as she died in the attempt of doing. That would be
that
the
is my
proper
feeling as
thing to
well.
do.
And where is
And-
her husband?
In his grave.
And
So
where's
it
that?
shouldn't be hard to find.
Yeah.
Steve,
Renara gave us directions. Mhm.
Steve,
Yes.
your check confirms what Renara suggested as possibilities of with what to do with the talisman. Either bury it in soil over the grave or burn it atop the grave.
Yeah.
But it says
Okay.
nothing about digging into the grave.
Yeah.
On both cases, you got soil on top of the grave or burnt on top of the grave. It does not say to enter it.
But if we disinter the body, if we exhume him and then bury him with him, that's the same as burying the talisman there.
Not with my understanding of it, it would seem. I'm
But
inclined to agree with Renara on this.
if we just bury it in soil on top of the grave, that's not really reuniting them.
Uh, It's not my way to know the ways of the gods. We just do the best we can.
I'm trying to understand this. Someone prayed to Orcus, which you don't like, and what you're
Well,
trying to do is hold
actually
on,
think-
hold on. What you're trying to do is to fulfill her prayer to Orcus. That is your plan.
No, I think her prayer to Orcus was fulfilled when she turned the captain into a ghoul.
Yeah.
I think that's unrelated to
Aye.
the talisman.
I
I just a random bit of information for you guys. Zombies eat flesh.
Yeah.
and
Do you
She
want
was
me
a
to spell it
zombie?
out for you, or do you want to figure it out?
Baby, the woman was a zombie. Or
if she
vampire.
was
Maybe she was a witch. Does anybody have a duck?
After she bit the captain, he had long enough to write out a fairly coherent dissertation about what had happened so far, encase it in wax, and then seal it in an iron chest. So she was no ordinary zombie.
yeah, it could be part of the prayer as well. Orcus answered her by making her a creature.
But she had hired him to bring her here to reunite with her husband in marriage, and that was to be achieved by giving him that talisman. So I'm suggesting we give him the talisman, and then maybe they'll all be happy and go off to their afterlife.
As long as I get to eat and hit things, I'm with you, whatever y'all decide to do. Y'all, what am I, a Southern Dragonborn all of a sudden? What's going on with that?
Mm-hmm.
What does Seamus think about that?
Is there any more food?
There is actually.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, yeah. Well, Seamus's priorities have always been like a good fight and rolling the hay with a halfling.
Only if there's armor involved.
Yeah.
I mean, Gerhardt, Lucian, you're the magic-y types.
This is more. Illusions were like this is more of a thing of the gods.
Well, arcane, divine, whatever. Wiggle your fingers and stuff happens. I say we reunite them.
I'm inclined to agree. And Gerhard's slowly is nodding. I don't see a better way. If something untoward happens, we'll deal with it then.
I'm going to try one last warning here. You guys are missing something very obvious. You're like overlooking it.
Okay. All right. Then we'll kind of take a step back and look at it again.
Well, then give us insight checks or something if it's something we're missing that's that obvious. Because
yeah, I can make a roll.
Okay. How do I do that?
Sometimes you just have to let us be stupid. That's how we learn.
yeah, I mean that's fair too. Sometimes you just have to let us do dumb shit.
All right.
All right.
Hell,
I'm going completely off book if you guys do what your plan is.
I have made an entire life out of being stupid, so there it is.
Okay. Okay. All right. So
But there's my insight check, just in case.
With a 19?
Yep.
Okay. It occurs to you that the talisman makes people undead.
all right. All right.
So as I'm chewing my
That
food,
was okay. Yeah, that seemed like a possibility, but it just wasn't clear like whether that was the case or not.
Well,
As I'm
think
chewing
about
my
it.
food-
She prayed to Orcus, and suddenly she turned into undead and attacked the captain.
Mm-hmm.
As I'm eating my food, I look up and holding a whatever I'm eating in one hand, go, you know, there's always the possibility, and this is really funny for whoever's carrying it, that the talisman turns you undead. That would give us lots of things to fight. Although I don't know that I want to fight one of you if it turns you into an undead. So
Actually, if you think about it in a kind of morbid sense, she might have thought that turning undead might reunite her with her dead husband.
Yeah, that seemed to be what she was thinking.
Okay, so what I'm hearing now is that we need to put Gerhardt down because he's been carrying it.
I wish you'd look at that, but we do. If this is the case, we do need to destroy it. Then, Renar, you said you knew a way to do so.
Well, I mean, it's hair. Set it on fire.
As you found out yourself through your check, Steve,
Mm-hmm.
you either bury it in soil over the grave or burn it atop the grave.
Oh, so I guess we're good. Yeah, I'm for burning at the top of the grave.
As you say that, the wind seems to sigh in relief.
All right, all right. Balcor gives his approval. Then, we shall do that.
Glad I didn't keep it.
I'm expendable.
So I did not consider this before.
Was
And
it Gerhardt?
it didn't mention it's in there. Was Gerhardt the one who was carrying it?
Yes.
Okay.
Do I need to make a check or something?
Give me a Constitution check.
All right. Let me see. I need to check a couple things before I do that. I need to see.
my mouse is hovering over the initiative button.
Okay. Is it a poison based effect?
No,
Okay.
I'm just guessing.
Is it a poison base effect?
I would say no.
Yeah.
No.
My guess is probably not, but I mean, I would get advantage if that were the case. I'm
No.
just trying to be
not.
sure.
Guys, I'm going to be away just for a moment, so I'll be right back.
All right. let me
Okay.
just-
Keep
yeah,
going. Don't worry about it.
No problem. Okay. So, all right. I'll go make a Constitution check.
This is for the dwarf.
Yep. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Inspiration.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
Let me guidance. Well, no, it's the same throw. It's not a check. Okay. Go ahead.
Unless
Plus,
you
you
can
didn't
get a
really
7,
know.
it's not going to help with guidance.
Yeah.
Well, because I didn't play this properly, I'm gonna have it like this. When you guys woke up this morning, you noticed that what's the dwarf's name again?
Gerhardt.
Gerhardt. You noticed that Gerhardt did not look good at all. In fact, he looked like he was turning undead.
I did
look
say last
literally like
night
death.
that I did say last night that after Seamus did his 4-hour trance, he was keeping watch over the sleeping people.
Right. And I didn't think about the talisman thing, and it didn't have it written in here, so I messed up on that. Sorry.
I wasn't keeping watch on Jack, so
No, I was just trying to help him, saying he might have noticed hours ago.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in that case, when he starts moving around, do you think that it might probably be a good idea to, I don't know, tie him up for now and rather than kill him?
Hey, Gerhardt, why don't you put the talisman down?
Yeah. That might be wise. Yeah, I think let me find a place that's away from everybody, like here, and then I'm gonna lower the talisman to the ground.
You know, do one of you happen to have Mage Hand?
I believe Lucian does have Mage Hand.
That
Let me
might be your
double check.
best option.
All right. Okay. So Lucian is going to Mage Hand it out of Gerhard's hands, and
Gerhard-
find a place to put it.
Gerhard, why don't you pray to your wussy dwarven water god that you don't keep turning undead?
Better yet, why don't you guys
Yeah.
solve this problem and save my life?
That's
What's in it for me?
What's
burning this goddamn thing would be a good
for
way
some
to
reason when I think of the Jacks, the word incorrigible comes to mind.
start. I like his style though. He's an asshole, but he's my kind of asshole.
I mean, we have a pouch, right?
That we do.
Well, we could, if we just have to go to a grave, we could put it in a pouch and hand it to each other every 5 minutes. We could probably survive that.
Or I can maintain the mage hand and nobody has to carry it.
Okay. If you can maintain the mage hand that long, I don't know how magic works.
Let me double check. I think I can, but I think it should work that way.
I have heard dwarves can maintain the hand for quite a while.
I know that I know that there are some
Okay.
in my profession.
Okay. We are going to need something a little bit more permanent then. Okay.
Won't let you do it?
Maybe, yeah, we're going to need to find like some way of carrying it where we're not actually physically touching it.
Wait a minute. Didn't you say that you found it in a sack?
Oh, yeah, we did. We can put it back.
Oh no, we found it in a journal.
Yes, but the journal was in a sack.
Yeah.
The journal was encased in wax. Was the wax in a sack?
No, the wax, the stuff was in a sack, and wax covered the sack.
Well, that's what I said. We could put it in the pouch or the sack and just pass it around every 2 minutes until
I swear I did not intend for this
at.
to be this dirty, but fuck it.
This is almost as bad as when we start talking about bushes.
I'm sorry, I'm over 12 years old. Oh my god.
It sounds very bad, I admit.
Jax just says, by Umberly's grace, Renara, how far is this grave from here?
It's on the north side of the island. I imagine probably southeast from where you found the shipwreck.
One thing and information that it would have been nice to have yesterday.
Well,
so we got to go back on the ship?
No, she's saying where the ship is wrecked. It's probably inland.
No,
from there.
It was just a wedding singer quote. Come on.
Yep.
Sorry.
All right.
I'm still thinking about wax sacks getting passed from the back. So.
Yeah.
Shit, man. What's weird is that for as immature as I am, I didn't catch on to that until after I was already heard you laughing. I was like, oh, wait a minute, that sounds terrible.
But we can't hold on to it too long. So Pirate Party invents hacky sack on the way to end Curse by the Shore.
I take a backseat to no one when it comes to immaturity. Thank you very much.
All right.
Damn it.
For some reason, the older I get, the more immature my humor becomes.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
All right, well, and Lucian, you're saying it's important that we burn it there and not just like, I don't know, outside.
Yes. Because they are bound together.
You know, I don't know who came up, and this is purely Jax. I don't know who came up with diabolical or demonic curses, but
Probably a
I
demon.
know their asses invented lawyers because they put the dumbest rules around shit.
That's devils. Demons are just more chaotic in their magical bullshit.
Oh, so Orcus would do this just to piss us off.
Yeah.
Got it. That I can understand.
I'm reminded
go.
of Al Pacino in Devil's Advocate.
What about it?
That he got into law because it gets you into
yes.
everything.
Mhm.
All right, so Renora, apparently we can solve the random curse of undead appearing on your island, even though they weren't really leaving the boat. So
Well, actually, as I can't believe you don't remember this. You fought zombies when you first got off the boat. When you hit the beach, you guys fought zombies. I thanked you for it and everything.
Mm.
oh yeah, that's a good point. I should
It was a while ago.
I'm a little surprised that someone could fight zombies and forget about it. I would certainly remember the experience.
I've had an interesting life.
I would
I
say
wasn't
so.
even there, so.
All right. Shall we go pay our respects?
Yes, let's. I would like not to be among the Walking Dead, but that's me.
Okay, let's see. Where shall we go? Let's go here.
Oh.
And then we want to go. It's I believe. Let me double check this real quick.
Let's
Okay, there are cliffs at the northern point of the island. And that is where the grave is at. So this would be the northern point. There are cliffs here, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay. That's quite a walk from where we are, though, right?
Who the hell thought to bury him there?
Well, if you think about it, the ship wrecked right here.
Right.
He wasn't on the ship. He was already here and buried.
So it's
So
one,
someone
two,
buried
Well,
him at this inconvenient point intentionally.
my thought is, why would anybody else bury him there if it wasn't because it was the closest spot?
makes this. I'm just saying, we're like 5 hexes away walking, however far that is.
It is what it is. Let us simply climb the cliff. And
There
get
is the
done.
boat that you can take up to that point.
Yeah, let's take the
That
boat.
only takes about 2.5 hours to get around the island and up there.
That's what I was thinking, that we should take the boat.
I swear by Umberly Scales, if Brastos climbs out of that grave and causes us any trouble, y'all will pay for it.
I'm
Well-
already dead.
Well, hopefully, dealing with this will stop that from happening. You haven't fully turned yet, so there's
Yeah.
a chance.
Sounds good to me. Besides,
I'll take any chance I can at this point.
these undead things are meaty, and they make a nice sound when you hit them with a maul. So
Yeah.
it might be fun to fight some more of them.
Yeah, but they're kind of dry and stringy, even when you're desperate.
Yeah. I just want to fight more things of evil, especially if I'm going to die.
You're not going to die. Don't worry about it. Or if you are going to die, I'll be the one to kill you when you turn into an undead. So that's a good thing.
You want
We're not gonna
every second.
let you die to some toy made of herring bones. Don't worry
Yes.
about it. If you die, we'll make sure it's properly with steel through your gut.
And we won't let anybody eat you either.
Did you
I
catch
feel
the
so
Dawn of the
reassured
Dead
with
quote
friends
there?
as these.
Remember when dude was dying, he said, You want every second before Bing Rang shot him.
Mm-hmm.
Brock
All right, let's
Visno.
get to this cliff.
All right, sounds good.
Well, technically, wait a minute. You're thinking about this wrong. Actually, you're not all the way down here. I mean, you just if it was right here, I mean
Right.
that's a lot less time to get to that point. So I'm gonna say maybe 45 minutes.
All right, we'll do
In
that.
the boat.
Yeah, in the boat.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, that works.
Although I'm just gonna have to pretend. I mean, you guys, if you guys don't, I just realized that if you don't go by land, you're gonna have to climb up the cliff. The grave is on the top of. It's on the edge of a cliff.
All right,
Didn't
Then
they
we
have
need
an
to find-
elevator, or is that somewhere else?
or a path upwards.
Well, there was an elevator, but see, this guy kept making love in it, so we had to get rid
Oh,
of it.
geez.
Going down.
I saw that guy. That guy's got some big ass lips, man.
Mhm. Yeah, and then
Actually,
Gene
I
Simmons-
understand. Never mind. Either way, we're not going to make a big thing out of it. You make it to where the grave is.
All right, cool.
All right, Jack says, there's the grave. You have the talisman. I'll be over there under that tree.
Yeah, Lisbon's like, I'm gonna keep an eye on this from a distance, while Gerhard goes and does the ritual.
Seamus will stay with him with his
Yeah.
great sword out.
Cool.
All right. You burn the thing on top of the grave.
I burn the thing on top of the grave.
Okay. It burns, turns to ash,
All right.
No
and
evil.
you hear again almost a slight sighing in the wind. A thick fog forms around the rocks north of the island.
Mm-hmm. All right.
That's what happens.
Oh, okay. And yeah. Am I looking a little less like death now?
You can't really tell.
Oh.
It doesn't necessarily. It in his particular state, he's so far gone that it would take a little while for the state to back off a little bit. So
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
So
Then I guess we'll see.
fog rose up all around the island.
around the north of the island where you guys are at.
Hmm.
I take my maul off my back, kind of hold it, look around nervously. This doesn't. I've watched too many Evil Dead movies in an alternate life, and this doesn't bode well. So
Yeah.
Not trying to be difficult, but if it was either burn the talisman or bury it, why don't we just bury the ashes now?
Yeah. We can
2 for 1.
one
all right.
try. I'll let you do it. It's your idea.
Where are you going to get the soil?
In
From the
grave?
ground.
Okay, let's try and ask this in a more intelligent fashion. Are you going to dig up the grave for the soil?
Yes.
I'm not going to dig up the whole grave, but I will dig some soil from the ground nearby to take over.
Okay.
I mean, how big is this pile of ash? We just had a little thing of hair and bone.
I just needed to know if you got the dirt that you were burying it on from the grave because you dug into it, or if you got dirt from somewhere else.
I don't know, somewhere else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonder what kind of treasure he was buried with.
Well, there's only one way to
but-
find out.
How about we not find out?
I don't understand those
Well,
words
but
in an order.
It could be solid gold, something in there.
But it's solid gold.
I love gold.
No, Greg, I just in case you're wondering, I'm never gonna let you live that down.
I know. I'm cool with it.
But
He
it was
wasn't wrong.
It was
Right?
solid gold. So,
It was solid gold. He was not wrong about that. Yeah.
and not only that, once we got our tavern, we actually put that in the tavern, and we had gnomes dancing, and those were the solid gold dancers. So,
Oh, jeez.
yeah.
Hmm.
Take that, dad joke.
I was reading and missed it. I'm sorry.
The solid gold dancers were in our tavern. That's all I was saying.
Hmm.
For all of you who would watch that, and then Soul Train after.
Yeah, I was thinking Soul Train. Yeah.
No, I watched cartoons up until I heard Soul Train and I turned it off.
Yeah.
That signified the morning cartoons were over.
Fair.
So there was nothing else of interest in the journal other than her wanting to get this talisman to her husband and then praying to
Right.
Orcus after the crash and then biting the captain.
Be more specific. What are you looking for?
He's reading it.
Oh, okay. Hold on a second. Says our journey is ended, though I fear my own is to continue in the most horrible way imaginable. Compass rose wrecked on a shoal south of Netherwinter. Many sailors perished with the initial impact, and Aletha was gravely injured. As I tended her wound, she clutched her talisman and breathed soft prayers. I asked her what the talisman signified. She told me love. Her husband wants for her. Sorry about that.
Mm.
Okay. Her husband waits for her at Dragon's Rest, having pledged his service to the dragon there. The talisman is made from locks of her hair, woven together as a promise to be reunited no matter what fate might befall them. It might have been a beautiful story had it not been for Aletha's gruesome end, and the words of the prayer I heard she breathed her last. For she was begging Orcus, the Prince of Undeath, to reunite her with her husband. I held her hands as breath left her. I felt a horrible chill pass through her. Next I knew she was sinking her teeth into my neck. At the same moment I heard moans begin to rise from the dead sailors around us. What curse has she brought on us all? Already I feel a creeping chill overtaking my body. I'm securing her talisman with this book in my chest in the hope that someone who comes along after us may end this nightmare by bringing Aletha's talisman to her husband.
That is one hell of a left turn to go from pledging service to a golden dragon to praying to Orcus. That's Jax's confusion.
Yeah.
Technically, it was his wife that did that, and it was her husband that
Or Bahamut.
pledged to serve Bahamut.
Yeah.
Still,
She could have been so overwhelmed with grief, she just stopped caring about, gods and just went with whoever would grant her prayer.
oof. Oh, better her
Well,
than me. What's
This
for lunch?
is it doesn't say specifically, but this is what I think happened. When she made her prayer, it made this talisman that she bore as a symbol of her love for her husband into something that creates undead. When she died, she turned undead because of the talisman she created with her prayer.
Yeah, I don't think she cared who she was praying to Orcus because of he's the Lord of Undeath, not because he's a demon.
Mm-hmm.
She was
Yeah.
just stupid and
I
dumb.
think so.
I
Yeah.
think her own prayer backfired and turned her into undead.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It seems like one of those monkey paw type of prayers where it's like, yeah, you being united, you'll be reunited as undead creatures.
I'm saying that she prayed to something evil and got what was coming to her. That's what I'm thinking. So,
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of innocent people ended up dying because of her.
Not to mention, you guys had to fight, let's see, 6 zombies,
Yeah.
an octopus, and a ghoul.
Yeah.
that's right.
I'm still saying if he was a servant of Bahamut buried with honors on a hill, I wonder what treasure was buried with him.
I think you're forgetting that this is a monastery.
Yeah.
This is a humble place. We don't store treasure here.
Yeah.
If you notice, she's paying you with knowledge.
Mhm. Right.
And food. Look at this food I'm eating.
And whatever we found in the ship, which we took. So I will say I have no sympathy for her after this bullshit. Looking at like, his death-like power.
I'm starting to like this dwarf's attitude.
He's a fun character.
Well,
By the way, just as a point of reference, Tarsak, it roughly corresponds to around the month of April.
Yeah.
But it
April is the
only
coolest
says
month.
the 19th of Tarsak. You don't know what year this was.
Yeah.
but the ship crashed about 10 years ago.
About
we're
10
told.
years ago, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
Well,
just
I
saying
guess
you
I'm-
couldn't nail down an exact year.
But we were told the dragon died how long ago? The golden
About
dragon?
40 years ago. About 40 years ago.
Could have been around then. I mean, we don't know how old that journal is.
Well, you can guess that it's probably at least 10 years.
That would track.
Yeah.
All right. What else do we need to do at this point?
I mean,
My
get the
guess-
hell away from this cursed grave.
Well, yeah, that would be a start. I guess we go back to the monastery now.
I would go back to the monastery and eat and maybe tell Renara what happened or something like that. And
We'll do that. Okay.
Keep an eye on Gerhardt.
right?
Yeah.
You need to check on him.
Keep an eye on this fog, especially if we're going back on a boat.
Yeah,
Well,
we should watch
the
visibility on the waters.
it's not like you guys are going into open sea. You can travel along the rocks here. Just stay out far enough that you're not hitting rocks, but the fog isn't so thick that you can't see 10 feet out in front of you.
All right.
Okay.
All right, we'll do that.
It just says a fog rolled up around the north side of the island. It doesn't describe it as this dense, thick cloud.
So either Umberly's pleased that we restored part of the ocean to normal, or it's some really ominous omen that we've pissed off a god that will send its minions after us for all of eternity. Either way, what's for lunch?
Either that or the people that used to live here before the monastery was here once killed off a bunch of people, pirates actually, by getting them to crash on the island and then robbing them. And then decades later, when the fog rolled in, the pirates came back to kill everybody in the town. Jesus. John Carpenter, people.
Mhm.
No, I was just thinking Jack's.
I still need to see that. I don't really
The fog?
see where that.
Yep, the fog.
Yeah.
I just thought somebody would get that reference
told
with the
you,
Carpenter
I still
fans
haven't
here.
finished it. I don't.
I
I
am-
yeah, I
I
didn't
am-
get it. No.
really slow
Yeah.
today, and I'm slowing down minute by minute. So you're lucky I'm still talking. That's all I'm saying.
All right. All right.
Jack's just quietly patted the key in his pocket without saying a word or drawing any attention
All right.
when he started thinking about that.
All right. So we're just back to the monastery. I would guess. Let's just do this.
All right. I'm gonna start talking like this again because why not?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm Mr. Furious.
Yeah.
So let's see. You guys went out in the day. You guys are coming back in towards the end of the day.
Yeah.
So the people at the monastery are just getting up and preparing breakfast when you get back.
Another late breakfast. But is it second breakfast?
No. we don't keep Hobbit schedule around here.
All right.
Unless, of course, you really need it. I mean, I understand there are halflings that really got to have that second breakfast. If so, we can probably work out something to help you out there.
Not with this party, no. So I guess we time to go find Renara and report what happened or didn't.
Okay. Let's go back to Dragon's Rest.
Cool.
Ba-bam. Ba-bam. And she will meet you guys up in the room. You're already there. Good.
Yeah, we're already there. We never left it.
Yep.
Well, I did.
Well, you did late, but you came
I
back.
was on the.
We didn't
boat.
move the tokens.
Right.
Oh, sorry. That's being very literal. So.
All right. Let's see. Guys are having basic herbs and vegetables from Tarek's garden.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, the kind of meal a Tolkien dwarf is going to hate.
Yeah. Well, a dwarf isn't dying of a goddamn undead plague.
I've
Yeah.
still got
What I
that
can
piece.
get.
I've still
As
got
long
that
as
octopus tentacle. I could cook that up for you.
Nah, you keep it.
Actually,
Not in the mood for seafood.
I didn't know you had that. Unless you have some god level constitution, I wouldn't eat that. The spores around here are acting up a bit lately, and it's something it's something we've been dealing with lately, and I will tell you about it. I will tell you about it tomorrow, maybe. But just for now, let me tell you that if it's spore related, you might want to just leave it alone for the time being.
did we not mention the giant octopus covered in nasty spewing spores that attacked us at the bottom of the crashed cursed ship?
Where
Yeah.
No, I didn't hear about the giant octopus thing.
Where do you-
No.
It
Where do
wasn't
you
just a
want me-
giant octopus. It was a giant spore covered octopus.
where do you want me to put my infested appendage then? Should I? Wow, I didn't even know I used big words like that. I'm really smart.
Yeah. I would put it with Egon spores, mold, and fungus.
Yes.
Infested appendage sounds like a Cannibal Corpse song.
Yes.
It sounds like a
Great
band.
song. Yes.
It does kind of, huh?
Opening tonight at the Weezer Club. Infested appendage. All ladies get in free. $8 cover charge at the door.
Hey, Mike, can I make a quick nature check?
For what?
Well, if it's got spores on it, even though we think it's dead,
No,
I would
it
check to
doesn't
see
have
if they're
spores on
growing.
it. It is a spore octopus.
So the octopus came from spores.
The octopus
would-
is made of spore. It is not.
I
Doesn't
would-
have spore on it.
I would check to see if it was continuing to grow, even though we thought it was dead.
No.
Okay,
No.
good.
In fact, it's kind of withering.
That's a good thing.
Oh, my appendage is getting smaller.
Oh God, you're infested appendage
Yes.
with all those STDs.
Well,
It's
if
okay.
that's what
Renaro's
happened-
heard of shrinkage before. It's okay.
Well, now I don't want it anymore. It's making me look bad. I go out here to the cliff and throw it off into the ocean. So
Okay.
Yeah.
It bounces off of the path because you couldn't throw it out far enough and then falls into the ocean.
all right.
Mm.
I watch it go sadly.
Yeah.
Gonna miss
Um,
the
With that
appendage.
nasty pocket stick.
Renara, Gerard, is that his name, the dwarf?
Gerhard.
Gerhard. Renara recommends that, thinks that Gerhard will probably be doing better in the morning as her guess. But or I guess it would be in the evening for you guys.
Mm-hmm. All right.
But I don't know. It seems to me, it is just my guess. Like I said, if I was an expert in this, I could have solved this problem without you. It seems to me that you guys probably did what you were supposed to do, but I do know that sometimes things take time to resolve.
Yeah.
So he's mostly undead.
Well, mostly dead is not all dead.
Nice.
Is he blazing? So to blaze.
To blade or not to blade?
Yes. To blaze. Are we saying blaze or blaze? Or yes. Either one. So,
However you want to do it, man.
all right. I'm just ready to kill more stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm I'm slowing down. So I'm going full murder hobo. I may be a murder zombie pretty soon. So.
Gerhard's the one who would be turning into a murder zombie before you.
All right, what is up next? What are we doing?
Runara has made her suggestion. You guys have eaten. It's up to you.
I believe that we should take Runar's suggestion.
I'm for doing it.
Unless anybody else has something better to bring up. But
Yeah.
I like Runara. She makes
I mean-
good food. She stopped me from eating a rancid appendage.
That was Tarek, actually.
Well, Tarek and Runara, they, all you non-dragon people. Oh,
Mhm.
I can't really say that. Someone else out there will judge me. So,
All right.
look how the gods
Jax
will look for me.
Jax would say, well, we've done the job. We can rest here or not. And then I guess we're done.
Yeah.
Well,
I like that idea.
Tarek reminds you that there was actually something he wanted to talk to you about tomorrow,
Oh,
dealing
okay.
with these spores, the spore problem specifically.
Oh, okay. We could do that.
Oh,
Yeah. For now, let's take our rest.
Okay. The cleric has
Mhm.
a dream.
Mm-mm.
Do I?
Yes. In your dream, you are once again on the deck of the ship that brought you here, and you see Stormwreck Isle shrouded in darkness, just as it was in your earlier dreams. As you sail closer, the darkness breaks, and a dazzling ray of sunlight shines down over the island. A gentle plume of white smoke rises up from the island as darkness is driven away. Then the darkness and the smoke are gone. The light swells to enfold you as well, and you feel the love and approval of your god.
Thank you, Valcour. See, I have done your will. All right. So
rest.
yeah, rest. Yeah,
Okay.
and then I'll tell them that it would seem that we did banish the evil that was plaguing this island.
I banished
Okay.
evil today.
because
Jack says, "Whoopee."
right. To wrap things up for Nim, is he's kind of winding down. Let's just say this: you guys rested, and when you awoke, you heard that the fog that was surrounding the northern part of the island is gone, and so is the compass rose.
Like the ship?
Yep.
Wow.
Interesting.
Sucked back into Orcus's armpit.
Great. Now we've either
Probably.
relieved Faerun of a big curse, pissed off a demon lord, or both.
Yeah, it sounds like they let it. The ship was dragged into the abyss.
Or the bottom of the sea.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, yeah, that's more Umberley's domain, though.
You know, I heard there's a hole in the bottom of the sea.
there is. My
Well,
grandpa used to sing that song to me.
I did ask her to take the damn ship once we were done with the grave, but I'm no priest.
Yeah.
Well, no one needs to deal with the ship now.
Yeah. Just as
All
well.
right, so I'm gonna say we wrap it up there.
Okay.
We only got 15 more minutes, and I'm sure Nem could probably use it.
Mhm.
So let's go ahead and wrap it up there, and we will pick it up next time with you guys talking to Tarek about what to do with the spores.
Cool.
Very cool.
All right.
Wrap it up.
Okay. Well, bam.